And check we are up and running, which we seem to be. I think we are. To be. It's looking good. Right, and then I've got to get my other chat window open. It goes there. Sorted. We are live, and I'll do the social post. And while we're getting set up and waiting for people to arrive, let's go find the demon in one of the places we need to do still. Let's do Arlathan. Let's do the Arlathan Forest demon. We need to go do Weishaupt soon. We need to go do Weishaupt. Right, let's take my best pair out. And off we go. Go kill some demons so we can go kill the big demon they're also connected to. Oh! I know where the Arlathan demon is. It's... yeah. It's that place where we were doing the redirecting the lasers puzzle. Where are we at? Yes, we made the shortcuts. We can actually go straight back to that demon. I think it is literally through this archway, and we are there. Hey, Mux, how are you doing? Somewhere in here.
Hey, take a look over there.
Just watched the Inquisition where you were named Brothers. Yeah, it was a lovely one. It was very it was a real nice little mention by Steph, and I will be having a similar I'm doing some emotions, thank you Steph for being great, on Podquisition this week. Because as mentioned, it's the 10-year anniversary of Podquisition, and that is breaking me slightly. That 10 years ago, well, 10 years ago today, I hadn't yet recorded a first Podquisition. I just lost my job in a supermarket for coming out as trans, and was about to make the leap into trying to do this full time. And one ass piss Link Amiibo, and 10 years later, here I am, apparently. Right.
Sounds like the trapped demon in the necropolis.
It's a great deception. I'll flay you alive. Find the treasure I prepared.
Okay. You the big one, lesser voltaic shade. Who's my big boy?
The demon knew us. It sounded exactly like the one trapped behind that sealed door in the necropolis. Did it get loose?
A multi-localized sending. The malign spirit trapped in the vault can project facets of its reality into the outer world.
Well, that's some fancy-ass words you said there, sir. Oh, I could go knock out the Hossberg and Docktown. Yeah, I could go crack these out real quick. Let's get these 4 demons beaten and see whether I feel even vaguely ready for the boss they unlock. Before we go, head to Weishaupt. Oh, have I not? I've not unlocked any fast travel beacons anywhere near where I need to be yet. Yeah, 10 years is also when Inquisition came out. Dragon Age Inquisition came out the same week as Podquisition started. And I've gone in a decade from not having a job in the industry to working on a game that is a sequel. The development time of the Veilguard is roughly how long it took for me to start working in the industry, become big enough to work on Veilguard, and Veilguard to be made. Tara says, great job on the last episode of Dice Funk. What I really admire about Barbella is she never gave up on convincing people they weren't arguing in bad faith. If they weren't arguing in bad faith. She didn't ignore Bitter Creek, and she was able to bring the good parts of Stranger's ideas into the Resurrection line. It never felt like Austin gave you the victory without you earning it, and you were able to talk the other players into doing your plan at the end. And of course, diplomatic immunity cracked me up.
My family isn't all
I'm really happy with how that final negotiation went. Where am I heading?
Sometimes all you need to do is just act like you're a high blood. People tend
I'm trying to work out where this...
But I shouldn't have to act like something I'm not.
Is this
just
telling me to go down? Is that where this is sending me? Yeah. I'm really glad with how that final "this is what we should do" went. Have you ever played Supraland? The name is familiar. I do not believe I've played it. No. Right, let's get going. Where are we heading? I'm trying to remember where this demon is. Is this gonna send me back up the fucking escalator? Is that where it's sending me? Oh, is it the ladder up to the roof? Oh, where it's... Okay, the Dogtown demon is not where I thought it was. Twilight Prince, tell me a little bit about it. If we have similar game tastes, I would love to know what kind of game it is.
What's going on? What is it?
Sorry, I felt very... I was in the middle of talking, and that sailor being like, "What's going on?" as I walked past, weirdly threw me. I panicked. I was like, oh no.
It's Emmerich. Please.
I heard Navarra has lots of dragons. You ever see a Wildervale spitter?
I can't say that I have.
You know it can breathe fire or poison gas.
It's not really my area of expertise.
The fire breath is actually just the poison gas. It burns when the dragon breathes.
Inspired by Zelda, Portal, and
dragons
Metroid
always
Prime.
ignite their breath.
Those are all things I
The
like.
spitter's special for being able to choose whether to light it up.
But the only bit of that Supraland description you've given that I'm so on is it being a first-person action adventure. Just in that I get motion sickness with first-person games. Not all the time, and I can sometimes mitigate it. It's going to depend on the execution. But, like, depending on how the execution is, I'm always up for an action-adventure with puzzle exploration stuff. I will give it a look at some point. Oh, this is... It's where Nev's first companion quest happened.
I see.
Not where I thought, for some reason, this quest was gonna be, but... Yeah, how is everyone doing today? I am better for some rest over the weekend, honestly. Been a bit burned out, and doing my best to relax and recover a little bit. No worries at all, Twilight Prince. I will make a note to give it a look. Even if I don't end up checking it out, I will give it a look. Right, now where... Oh, it's the flame.
Look, over there.
Okay, let's see the Dogtown demon. The formless one, who has a different form every time we see them.
From the necropolis.
Is it pride that moved you? Do you think you can succeed in facing me where Minotauri failed?
So, I've talked about this elsewhere, but I'll talk about this here. Look, I'm not the biggest person in the world as a fan of Jeff Keighley's The Game adverts. But, it was kind of cool today, seeing that multiple things I worked on that released this year were nominated in at least one category for the Game Awards. That's a pretty cool feeling. Being like, oh shit, stuff I helped do was like award-nominated game that I worked on. That's been a neat feeling. For all the issues the Game Awards has, it's been kind of cool to look at a list of nominees and be like, oh yeah, I did something on that one, I did a little bit on that one, did a little something on that one. Like, you know, Life is Strange and Dragon Age are like the two big ones I can talk about, but like, there's other stuff on the Game Awards this year that I worked on in uncredited capacities, as I sometimes do. Like, I've talked about an example of that, being a lot of the work I do doing mock reviews for game publishers doesn't get credited, and several of the things on their things I did that kind of work on. It's real neat. Things like, there's a bunch of stuff on that list that I did something of, and they're on awards lists. Shout out to Jeff Keighley for misspelling metaphor multiple times. Yeah,
two versions of the same demon.
I saw that apparently Jeff misspelt Metaphor Refantasio like 3 different ways. Did you see the hard drive article about Sony announcing the pro version of boots for Jeff Keighley to like? I did not see that, but that's fucking great. I wrote my master's thesis on storytelling in Mass Effect. I love these types of games. I remember spending my 18th birthday before I was in this industry, playing. I think it was the original Xbox 360 Mass Effect. And my parents were like, "Okay, it's your 18th. What do you want to do? Do you want to have like a party or something?" And I was like, "You know what I want? I want the living room to be mine for the evening, if that's okay. I want to have the big TV in the living room, and I can sit and play video games on it and not worry that I'm like taking up everyone else's time and that other people want to be doing stuff on the big TV, and just have a couple of 2 liters of fizzy drink and some snacks, and I can just monopolize the big TV for the night." And I spent my 18th birthday playing Mass Effect like late into the night on the big telly. That's what Mass Effect is to me. Like, BioWare games is being 18 and being like, no, socializing with friends and like drinking now that I'm legally allowed. Fuck that, I want to play BioWare games.
To retain a unified character across such distances, it may very well be ancient.
Okay, we got one more instance of this demon to deal with in Hosberg. Did I not already do the Hosberg one? Or did I just fail to pick up its essence when I beat it? Or did I fight a different thing thinking I was fighting the Hosberg demon?
Venatory barrier crystals. Whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Recently placed, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought an entirely different demon here, I guess.
Determination is at the shape of your will.
Yeah, Keighley ignoring the Game Awards Future Classes open letter to him. Really, like, soured opinion of like, the already not well-received Game Awards. Being like, hey, you picked these people as, like, best and brightest in the future of the games industry, and then when they had, like, one request of you, you just didn't even engage with it. Just like, yeah, that's Keighley alright. Oh. Don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this demon's big boy form this early in the game, but we'll give it a go.
Move quickly.
Stop dashing now. Okay. Just do the combo, because that'll get you to hold in place for a second. And I can get my error of effect in. Oh, we got a stagger. Perfect. Just pull and force through the end of this, because we're so close to defeated.
The necropolis door to the demon, the real demon these all came from, should be open.
Hey, the BT! Mystery tattoo prediction. Tosh fighting a Charizard they've mistaken for a dragon. That wasn't the tattoo. But I might have to also get that tattoo now. If I can find a good artist, and like, maybe it would have to be like a chibi design so that it's like simplified enough I could scale it down because I wouldn't want it to be a huge piece. But I do love... Oh god, that combines two things, huh? That I love. Make it a shiny Charizard. Make it a shiny Charizard. Tarsh fighting a shiny Charizard. God, I could see that being like a whole upper arm piece. God. That's not the tattoo, but you might have just inspired a new thing I might need to get done at some point. Right, let's go to the Necropolis Halls. Yeah, I don't think the companion quests are really going to progress until we do Weishaupt. So, I'm going to do that next. Let's give one attempt to this demon that I had to go kill its smaller demons to unlock it. There we go, right. Not at all ominous that the hallway leading to this demon has just blood and dead Venatori and a flaming, like, this way to fight me. Like, any demon that has flames going, this way, I'm ready for you. It's gonna be a bad time. Like, I'm gonna save here, because I think this demon's, like, level 40, 45. Like, it's a high-level enemy for this point in the game.
That spirit we've been
This is one
chasing
of those
must be
things where I'm
waiting
like,
inside.
I might need to come back later or turn invincibility on if this is going to be doable. Like, I remember I did not beat this when I first found it, originally.
You ignored each warning. Stop and count. With every death, I tasted freedom. For without the door seals, I can take on a worthy form at last. Witness the greatest treasure of the dead.
It's possessed a high dragon's corpse.
Yeah, level 40. Okay, this is like 80% of the way to the level cap. Thimba says, Blue Sky's really taking off. I'm almost at 80 followers now. It's really happening, finally. A million additional people joined Blue Sky in the last 24 hours. Like, it's happening. Like, I'm at like 12k on Blue Sky now, which before like the artists moved over, when all the like, oh, we're gonna train use your art to train AI. Before that whole exodus, I was on like 3,000 people. Now it's coming quick to overtaking my TikTok. I don't think it'll be long before it overtakes my YouTube in terms of like people following me there. There's more people that follow me on Blue Sky than Twitch now, which is cool. The BT says, alas, the bad people have jumped on the past couple of days. Go look up the MAGA block list. There is someone doing really good work, like, going out of their way to go. People who actively have, like... And it's not automated, it's being manually curated, and I trust the person curating it, being like, yeah, specifically explicit right-wing dickbags that are, like, demonstratively just here to fuck with people. You can just subscribe to a list. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, I have like a fifth of the followers on Blue Sky than I do on Twitter. I get much better engagement on Blue Sky than Twitter now, despite having like a fifth of the people.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Not a dragon.
let's try and take on a level 40 dragon I'm not quite ready for. Okay. Okay, we get the combo off, because that'll hopefully stop you moving if I can actually do it. So I can actually get this attack off. Okay, and I have Emmerich with an actual healing move, which means I do have a permanent source of heals if I'm cautious about it. Like, what I probably want to do is not use Emmerich for the combo attacks, but I want to use him as my dedicated healer. We put Tarsh on the attacking section. Tarsh is attacker, Emmerich is healer. If I have like half health, just fucking use Emmerich for a heal. Okay, we use a heal because they're there to be used. Oh. I fucking missed. Where did you go? You really got the fuck out of the way, didn't you? Okay, okay, Emmerich heal. Oh, Netty Yeti, sorry, I'll answer in a second when I'm I'm focused on not dying, but I will get back to chat in a minute. I'm trying not to break up the flow of the fight too much, but also I'm not fucking winning this fight right now. This is... I wanted to give it an attempt, but I need to come back when I am... What level am I right now, out of curiosity? I am... Level 27. Yeah, I am 13 levels below this dragon. This is probably not the time for me to take it on right now. Oh, okay, you are down for a second. Let's... Sorry, what's your favorite companion in this game? If it's okay to ask. My favorite character is Tash. Tash is amazing. Tash is my child. I would die for Tash. Emmerich, close second. He really grew on me over the game. He's my next romance choice in a future playthrough. I wanna become Manfred's stepmom. Lucanus, probably third. Lucanus is fascinating. I want to give him more of my time and attention in a future run. But Lara has a really fantastic companion quest. Then we're getting down to, like, Davrin. He's fine. I think Asan is more interesting than him. Nev, I wish I loved Nev more. I love a lot about Nev's design. Nev as a character, so-so for me. Right, anyway, let's go. Keep forgetting my runes. Okay, we keep Emmerich available as my healer. Okay, both of them will attack this target. Get the buffs. Emmerich is the most charming gentleman. I'll tell you this. The thing that really sold me on him was seeing a clip of what happens if you romance him as a trans player character, and during the romance path, and this is like very mild spoilers, during the romance path you choose to disclose your transness, his response is something to the effect of, "My dear, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing more beautiful than a person who knows themselves. And you, my dear, are beautiful." And I'm like, oh, you smooth gentleman. You charming gentleman. Like, that was the moment where I was like, oh, you are like a very genuine nice guy. And I'm like, oh. Ah. Okay, Emmerich, heal me. Yeah, that's why I have these two with me while fighting this dragon. They're my two faves. Ooh, the head is the weak point right now. Yeah, there is no way I am strong enough that I'm ready for this fight, but despite not being ready for it, I want to give this fight, like, a good go. Ooh, give me invincibility, Tash, so that I can... Okay, 4 seconds until Emmerich can heal me. Let's wait for the heal rather than using up all my limited heals. Ah, fuck. Left it too late to activate the heal. I have a revive. Fuck it. Let's use a revive. I'm so not far into this fight. There is no world in which I'm winning. But I wanted to, you know, I wanted to do this as a warm-up. Before we go do Weishaupt, which I'm sure everything there will go okay. It's going to be a very fun time over there. Yeah, I just don't have, like, the gear right now to Screw it, yeah, do the combo. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna let the win happen. Don't want to take you out, dragon. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, let's go do story, because there's some side quests I could be doing, but I think a lot of them are like this one right now, where I could progress the side quest, but I'm inevitably going to bump into boss fight I'm not ready for, and I kind of want to do those kind of quests when I'm ready to do the whole quest chain. So let me have a look at my map, my list of quests quickly. Can't do Warden Grey's Final Repose. Can't beat this boss to finish Pinnacle of its kind. Only an Echo, Return to the Hosberg Wetlands, Investigate a Family's Disappearance we could maybe do. I could maybe do a couple of the Hosberg Wetlands stuff, but I don't think that's going to shut off if I progress the plot. Gate of Deep Sorrows is, yeah, the stuff in the Crossroads, I want to wait and do all at once. Then we're going to have a big streamer doing that stuff. Yeah, unseal the path to here, do the wolf statues, break the Path of Pale Reflections. Yeah, these are the ones that are like big game-long side quests that I'm going to do when we get more to them. So, I think it's time. Fuck it, we're going to go to Weishaupt. So, for anyone who doesn't remember what's going on at Weishaupt, the Grey Wardens are getting attacked. The Grey Wardens are like, oh, it's just the Blight, like usual, and we're here like, no, it's the Elven gods that have changed the Blight, and also they are literal gods. It's way worse than you think. Let us help you. And the Grey Wardens are like, no, we're in charge of fighting the Blight, we've got this. Also, Elven gods, that sounds a bit ridiculous to us. So, despite not being invited, we're going to go and try and help. That's what we are up to at Weishaupt. Hey, Echo. How are we doing tonight? I'm a bit burned out, but I'm pretty good. How are you doing? Also, Echo, did you arrive just as I was giving the recap of what was going on with Weishaupt? Because if so, impeccable timing on your part. We're about to start plot. Yeah, I realized this week has been a decade since I started on Podquisition, and I felt tired.
All hands for this one.
Still can't believe it. They're attacking Weishaupt? The Wardens aren't prepared for that.
The gods are going straight for the throat. Unless we cut theirs first.
Just get me close enough.
So yeah, the plan right now is we're gonna go defeat the gods. We're gonna kill their archdemons and then kill the gods. Lucanus is gonna use a fancy dagger to kill the gods. A fancy dagger that looks something like this Lyrium dagger. Lucanus is gonna use this. Davrin is gonna kill the blighted dragons, and the game's gonna end here. This is gonna be the end of the game. We're gonna go in, we're gonna kill the gods before they even realize what's going on, and no one's gonna fumble the ball, and we're gonna win the game. I'm surprised the game's like only half the length or so that I expected it to be, but I'm sure this will go great. Yeah, go for it.
Just don't miss.
Don't jinx it.
Who gets to tell the first warden we're dropping in? I was hoping to skip that part.
They got an alluvian in storage down in
Right,
the vault.
Tara?
It was a gift from the Dalish.
I really thought they were going to give us a chance to finish off all the companion quests. I was really curious what was going on with, like, Emmerich and his fear of death, and Tarsh having, like, the starts of agenda journey, and Belaria's, like, dead brother, and whoever the fuck it was Nev is chasing. I genuinely don't remember. Nev is the character who I have the most trouble remembering what her villain is. But apparently, no, we're just gonna win the game here. It's gonna be great.
I should go right to it. Probably
I think. Let's get to it then. We sneak into Weisshaupt nice and quiet. No one sees us. We look around for Antoine and Evka.
Was there a plan after that?
Take out a god. End this today.
That's the plan. This is our leader's plan. Is we just kill the gods. We'll get there. We'll kill the gods. The game will end here.
This isn't the vault.
Oh crap. They moved the Alluvian.
It didn't break.
You call that nice and quiet?
Sorry. Catch up
I
when
think
you
that's a
can.
really smart way of separating the party members out. The magic mirror you teleported through literally fell through a wall because the place is falling apart.
Darkspawn in Weishaupt?
Just outside the door.
Stay out of sight.
Mila.
Sit tight, Mila. We'll be back.
You know, it's always a good sign when a castle under siege by literal gods introduces a little child living in the military fortification. You know that's great for us.
The Maker curse you!
Clear him out!
Okay. I'm guessing the Blake got here. Maybe we shouldn't have done so many side quests. Maybe we should have come straight here. But oh well, it's probably fine. Trust me, Davarin, I'm not planning on letting them get to the girl. Actually, I should probably check that I've upgraded both of your abilities. That I've spent all Tash and Davarin's skill points. Killing God and children in the military, this sure is a JRPG. Right. Doing my second playthrough, really happy to play someone in the early stages of her transition. They're currently using they, them. I love how I made them look, and the quote they said about not being where they want to be hit me right in the heart. I played a trans woman rook in my personal playthrough and on stream, but I am really curious to play specifically a non-binary rook in future. I want to see all the flavors of trans dialogue this game has.
At least it wasn't ogres.
Yeah.
You know your Darkspawn.
My dad's a blacksmith for the Wardens. Who are you?
Rook, we're here to help. Do you know Antoine and Evka?
Probably in the war room. I can show you.
Okay, kid. Try not to die while you do it. Does your character's backstory that you choose have any major effect on the narrative as a whole? So not as much as, say, Mass Effect, which generally would give you, like, a unique, bespoke mission. But the way that this handles your backstory stuff is that whichever faction you start at, like, you have in your backstory, will align with one of the companions, and you will get a bunch of unique stuff with that companion, a bunch of unique dialogue options and stuff based on, like, oh yeah, no, we get it, right? Right, give me a sec. I'm gonna check that I've spent all my points on people. Oh yeah, I spent mine here. Oh, I got 6 points to spend. Gosh. Let's increase my penetration, my final attack damage. Let's increase blast abilities and the strike abilities. I can't progress these until I get to level 30, which is like 3 levels away. Are there any points that I really want to spend right now? Are there any on this path? 10% more. Maybe we get that one for now, and yeah, that'll do.
Locked.
Is there another way?
A secret passage. Come on.
Come on, kid. Maybe let us walk in. Tell us where to go, and we walk in front of you.
Damn.
That's Commander Janus, one of our best.
He took a lot down with him.
Okay, kid, just close your eyes. Don't look too much at the dead bodies. Evening, Liz. How's the snow? I have some family up north
Mila,
that saw it was
when
snowing.
did the dark
I'm
spawn
hoping it
show
makes
up?
its way down here.
Just a while ago, they started climbing the walls.
You should stay here.
I can't. I need to find my dad.
There's worse than Darkspawn
This-
on the way.
And walls won't
This
hold
child's
back.
voice acting performance reminds me of something. It's very, I've got one note. This is how I do the words. Not a bad child performance, but it's one of those. You learned a way that's like your dramatic reading style and you're gonna do it.
Face the finest child of the gods.
Yeah, do you reckon that the Grey Wardens are gonna believe there's a god attacking them now? That he's not just the Blight? Do you reckon the face in the sky will do it?
That's gotta be Gilligan's
God, the
dragon.
kid's running. I gotta follow the kid.
That's an archdemon.
We have to get inside.
The war room isn't far.
Stick close, Mila.
Okay, I'm just gonna run ahead. Kid, please follow. Okay, that's a big fucking dragon.
Mila, be careful.
I'll watch out for you.
This plan just went to shit. How's Lucanus gonna kill a cloud with a dagger? One thing at a time. For now, let's not die out here.
That is a considerably less stabbable god than we've been led to believe.
It's never fallen
Yeah,
before.
funnily
And it
enough,
won't
that
today.
that plan not going super well. It's almost like I was being a little bit sarcastic about our chances of ending the game halfway through the plot. We were just gonna kill both gods right here and now.
My creation's power is greater than any weapon you possess. The final blight is upon you, Wardens.
I do love games that do allow you to just kind of break them by finishing them earlier than intended. One of my favorites of those is still, was it Far Cry 5? Where Pagan Min tells you to, like, sit at his table for, like, 15 minutes. He's just going to answer a call, enjoy some food, he'll be right back. And if you wait there, he comes back and he's like, oh yeah, you waited? Thank you. And you go, like, be villains together. You just sit and wait for 15 minutes for him to do his call, and he lets you in on his cool villainy plan. You go off in a helicopter together to do rad shit. Okay, let's go.
Good luck.
Archdemons attacking the north wall.
Signal a retreat. Fall back to the trap.
Can't see the signal fires through the smoke.
Try the horns.
The Archdemon's too loud.
No one's retreating.
There's no choice, sir. We're under siege. We have to fall back to the dragon trap.
Forget the trap. Send word to Commander Janus. Rally outside the wall.
No, that's a very genuine
Janus is
child
dead.
voice for that child character. So, we're going to have a very important choice regarding this man in a minute. This man who has refused at all options to believe us that, you know, the gods are happening. Sorry, my phone is Buzzing, checking it's nothing important. No, it's not. Yeah, this man has refused to believe us. We tried to tell him the gods were real, and he threatened to throw us in jail. What are we doing here?
Trying to save your ass.
Yours will rot in the dungeon. Arrest them.
Oh yeah, he's come to
No, you
again
need to
try and arrest us.
We are under attack by a god.
Do you hear yourself? There's no such thing. Stop finding
There's a
excuses to be
fucking
a coward.
floating face in the
Stop
clouds.
the enemy outside the walls.
The enemy is outside the window.
Grey Wardens don't hide in our castle. I won't ask good soldiers to turn tail and run. We're an army of steel, holding back the blight. Order every blade out of Weisshaupt.
Yeah, this man is, like, we talked about this before. Someone asked, like, is he an arsehole? Is he just an arsehole, or, like, is there more to it? I'm like, he's stubborn. He refuses to stop believing the narrative he's dedicated his life to believing, that the First Wardens are the first line of defense against the Blight, and he is in charge of them. He is the front line of the fight against the Blight. If there was more going on than just the Blight, he would be the first to know. He'd be the one ready to fight it. It's that he's stubborn and unwilling to let go of a narrative he's told himself.
We'll all die, sir.
That's an order, Warden.
So, chat, here is a very important choice. Well, I tried talking is option number 1, knock the First Warden out and take charge. Or 2, let's be reasonable, try and talk sense into him. Chat, 1 or 2, I'm gonna leave this up to you, and then I will tell you what I did, and how it went. Echo says, hey, these exceptionally skilled fighters just cut through an army to try and find me. You should probably put them in a cell instead of accepting the help I very clearly need. Be reasonable, slap him. I tried talking. Okay, yeah, so that's 1. Let's not be reasonable. Do it, assume direct control. Okay, chat is on board with plan. Smack him over the face. This is what I did in my personal playthrough. I didn't want to change anyone's perspective. There was a couple of votes for being reasonable, but the majority do want us to just knock this man out. And look, I'm not going to comment at this moment on whether this is, like, the wisest decision for us to make, but it's the most satisfying choice, and I'm here for it. Yeah, Lisby says I wouldn't think talking to him was going to help. You have made a sworn enemy of the First War. Valara's not a fan. Decanus loves it.
No! Listen to Rook.
We did really upset Emmerich there. But Tash loved it, so...
Okay, Rook. I assume you have a plan.
Thank you, Evka, for backing us up.
Dragon trap. Tell me about it.
It was built 900 years ago to stop an archdemon, but...
Get down!
Like, I'll say this. If it goes to shit now, it is... People are gonna kind of think it's our fault because we stormed in and took charge without really knowing enough of the information about what was going on here to do an effective plan. We are taking on some of the responsibility, but also, we're not going to be being second-guessed by a man who refuses to believe the giant floating head in the clouds might be a god. I did get Lucanus points, yeah.
Where's the trap?
Other side of the fortress, but it's never been used.
It only has to work once. Let's go! All right, this is about to get a lot worse. You ready?
Have to be. It's us or nobody.
Oh, 1 sec. I got too many people messaging me today. There we go. Right. YOLO. Let's go use a dragon trap that hasn't been used in years to try and kill a dragon so we can kill a god. Also, you saw how me trying to fight a dragon like 5 minutes ago went? Hopefully we do better this time against one. So look, I could fight all these things, but I'm going for the narratively satisfying approach, which is our job is not to kill these things right now. Our job is to get to that fucking trap and get it going. Our plan is to our goal is to just get that dragon dead so that god can die. Okay, that's done. Where else are there ones we can hit right now? We might not be able to do more of this. Maybe we do actually have to fight them for now. Okay. Let me get on the trebuchet thing. Oh, I see another one I can get. Pop that one. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. I'll kill these fuckers. Where else are there ones we can pop? Are there other ones we can pop right now? I don't know. Yeah, we popped that one, I guess. Is anyone taking the first warden, or are we leaving it to the demons? I'm not wasting time to pick up his body. You know, if one of the wardens wants to do it, that's on them, but right now, as far as I'm concerned, Evka is first warden now. There we go. Oh, fuck, didn't mean to fall down that hole. Can I just run up here? Where's progress? Can I just ignore this fight and just keep going? No. Remember that I have these super effective moves I could be using.
Okay, we're clear for now. Keep moving.
Okay, yeah, I did actually have to kill them. Okay, here we go. It was me trying to be clever and be like, no, I would just run straight to the finish line.
We're blocked. Time to improvise. Maybe that ballista can help. Got a lot of crap on it.
Which ballista can help? Which one am I allowed to use? Ah, this one.
Ballista'd be useful against a normal dragon.
It won't even scratch an archdemon.
There, we can get through.
Okay, we're about to lay a dark spawn flood through. Let's just spam them with the artillery.
What you call the blight. Pointless. It was always ours to control.
Two hordes. What have we got?
The outer defenses have been breached. Evka must be ordering a retreat.
How do I get across here? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, let's just jump across, I guess. Or is it down? Am I going down? I'm going down.
We're getting close. We'll cut across the wall.
The wall, it's gone.
There's another way to the trap. Through the library. Takes longer, but it'll get us there.
Let's do it.
Thanks for being a sat-nav,
Got a plan for
Davrin.
when the first warden wakes up? Hoping he won't. I decked him pretty hard.
He'll have bigger problems on his hands than us. There, across the way. That's the library. We'll go down through the barracks to get there.
Better than being exposed on the walls.
Don't go down that way. Can't go that way.
What? Yeah, I know. Maybe we should get back on the wall.
This is the only way. It's coming from the gate.
Sounds like 10,000 Darkspawn knocking on the door.
Because I know we're being attacked, but I've got to loot. Ooh, that's... I will want that scorched staff in a bit.
The game's 2 minutes from firewood.
Yeah. Okay, don't worry about killing them all. Just get the doors open. Okay, I'm not currently in combat. Let's check my companions for skill points to spend. Tosh, do you have points? Oh, you got 4 points. Fuck yeah. Let's... 25% burning damage or double duration. Oh. We are in combat, are we?
Look! Up here!
Emmerich! We're trying to find a way out of this!
The torch will lead the way!
I guess I am in combat.
See you soon! Hear that? Must be the bell tower. That's not far.
On fence.
I still can't believe there's Darkspawn inside White's house. Right here's where I took my vow to fight.
Okay, I do have to defeat the Darkspawn here. Let's...
These assholes ever give up? Only if we kill Gillenay.
God, I love White House as a mission. It's such a cool mission. Where is this Darkspawn coming from?
Watch it! Got another one coming through the wall.
He's pretty big!
Oh, he's nothing to us. We got him. Back off.
I'm ready, brother.
Down in. There we go.
Bell's still ringing. Let's get there.
We're clear.
Yeah, I'll take the extra defense. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going this way.
There, the bell tower ahead. We can get out of this mess.
Hang in there. We'll find another way. What do we do? I don't know, but we don't quit. There's a way out of this mess somewhere.
Keep moving. The others run ahead. Fingers crossed for another way out.
Vibrate.
Oh boy.
As far as missions go, where it's largely run through a set piece, fight mobs, I think this is one of the better ones. In that they do a really good job of selling this whole place has gone to shit, everything is chaos. You're struggling to keep your head above water with regards to the regular enemies, let alone the fact that there is a literal god you haven't even dealt with yet. Like, I think you can get away with an overwhelming swarm where, like, sometimes they don't all need killing.
Open the gate!
I wouldn't advise it.
Just do it!
But it is like, hey, this is... You're wearing yourself out before you even get past the foot soldiers because of how fucked this place is. Using every resource you have available to not even have gotten to the fact that this thing has tentacles yet.
You've got to fight. Now die!
She can have libraries down that.
Not anymore. Back, back! Go back! Go back! There is no back!
Oh.
Hey, up here!
Oh, thank you, kid. I guess you didn't die. That's pretty cool.
You're a lifesaver.
Darkspawn almost had you for lunch.
Well, let's not hang around for dinner. Come on.
Okay, let's recharge
Find
my
your dad yet?
ultimate.
Okay, keep looking. You'll find him.
I just don't want him to be afraid.
Hey, kid, I think your dad's gonna be afraid whether or not you're there. I don't think you arriving is gonna stop Dad being scared.
Can't get stuck out here. Monsters coming our way.
I think Dad's gonna be scared fucking whatever right now.
Watch out! Another ogre! Not done. Find somewhere safe to hide!
I'll be over here!
Thank you for being nebulously over there, where the game doesn't have to worry about your actual safety. You disappeared into the void, and I appreciate that. Oh no, no, you were right near that fucking ogre, apparently. You were not in the void at all. Yeah, for people who aren't sold, who aren't sold by the early game of Veilguard, I think Weishaupt is very much a turning point mission. It is where the game, I think, really finds its footing for me. It is the point where shit gets interesting. Not to say it was not previously. It starts with a lot of setup. Weishaupt is where it kicks up a gear and goes, okay, we found our foot. Let's fucking do this.
Bastards! They're trying to hit the library! Not before we do. Stop them!
Is that a possible one here? Okay, let's get up here.
Stuck out here! Then we make our last stand if we have to.
Yes, the classic start the second act where you get your ass handed to you. But I mean, usually it's you get your ass handed to you, but like,
We're coming!
yeah, I'll talk about it more in a bit. Also, I want to point out a really interesting fun fact about this scene you're about to see. Do any of you remember a couple of years ago, there were a bunch of news headlines because supposedly a clip of Dragon Age 4 had leaked, and this is where people were like, oh, the action looks a lot more like God of War, that sort of thing. Do you remember this doing the rounds? So, I knew that clip was real because there were some names and some subtitles I recognized. But that is this scene we're about to see of the doors getting shut after, like, fighting the Darkspawn and then shutting the doors at Weishaupt is very clearly the bit that was in that leaked footage, which I think is fascinating. Yes, it's this shot. This shot was in the leaked early alpha footage.
If this door doesn't hold, all bets are off.
What about the dragon trap?
The trap will work. Take it from a blacksmith. You set it off and get out of the way.
Dad!
Oh, the kid and the dad are alive.
I told you not to get lost.
Told you not to get
Hope
lost.
she wasn't too much trouble.
Can we hire her?
You don't have enough gold.
Oh, I love your confidence,
The real
kid.
problem is getting that dragon to land.
Lucanus, the dagger. I guarantee this will get Gillianane's attention.
And then?
She sends the archdemon after me, we trap it, Davern kills it, and Lucanus, you take your shot.
Just like that.
Yeah, just offer the dragon the one thing that we cannot possibly under any circumstances let the gods get their hands on, and then when the dragon gets trapped, you just murder it. It's that simple. That easy. That simple and easy.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Is this one you can win?
I mean to find out.
Right. Then let's do this.
We've got to at least try.
Well, the Warden still listen to me.
Evka, you're alive.
The Blight and I had a little disagreement. I'll rally the others. Someone decked the first Warden and left me in charge.
I'm gonna be honest.
I was practicing for an archdemon. Let's get to it.
I'm happier with you
I
in
know where to get the
charge.
trap.
Had to take down a god in 6 easy steps. Beautiful. Right. Let's do this. Let's go fight a dragon. Game, will you let me now spend Tasha's points? We're not in combat right now, right? Okay, we completed one of the arms of the level up tree. Let's do this.
Wow. What happened to this place? Gillinane.
She's infecting everything.
Let's just find our way through this mess.
Should be a door on the other side. That'll put us near the trap.
Ugh. Need to clear out this blight first.
Yes, and I love that as you work your way through this area, the dramatically increasing number of light boils that are blocking your way, like, they do a nice job of environmental storytelling of, like, oh, this god is having effects beyond just, you know, is out there killing people. It's like, oh, you're just fucking up reality.
Who knows? Maybe they'll hang my portrait in here someday.
I mean, there might be a dragon trap in Whiterun, you know?
Soon enough.
What about Lucanus? Is he still supposed to kill Gillianaine once the Archdemon's dead?
That's why we came here.
But he's still way up there.
One impossible thing at a time.
Yeah, right now the plan is hope that when we kill her dragon, she'll come down to go, what the fuck happened? And then that's our opportunity to stab her. That she won't do the sensible thing of stay away from whatever was strong enough to kill her dragon. And instead, we'll come have a look-see. That's, I think, the long and short of the plan right now.
Let's get out there.
dragon statue.
One sec while I answer a work thing quick. Sorry, I was getting messages about work payment stuff for work. I'm like, I should probably respond to that. I would like to get paid, which requires me to pay attention to that message. Come on, where are you at, Dragon Trap?
Now I die.
Hey, Gillenade! Come down here and fight!
Hey, Gillenade!
The Dreadful's knife.
Come get the knife! Pretty knife. I'm just here for the daily Duolingo. Oh, we'll get there. We'll do our duos. You can steal some German learning from me. I'm gonna be honest, this is a pretty cool trap. Yeah, so for those who aren't up to speed on their Dragon Age lore, the Grey Wardens, their whole thing is like, hey, archdemons, they are the worst of blighted creatures. Grey Wardens are like uniquely able to kill archdemons, but they do die in the process of doing so. It is the greatest honor a Grey Warden can achieve in their life, is to give their life killing an archdemon. So Davrin's our team's archdemon killer. So
stand down, Warden.
Sorry that I caused him to not speak for a second there. I think we're good now.
My war, my glory.
So he woke up. My war, my glory. He wants to kill the archdemon, he'll die in the process, but he'll at least get the glory for it. And I would hate to rob Davrin of this glory, but I don't want Davrin to die. And this first warden is a real fucking asshole who I'd be very happy to see pass away, so, you know.
I thought we'd have to do this all by ourselves.
Watch and learn.
Look, Davrin, I'm only letting him do this because we are going to have to kill a second archdemon at some point, and I'd like to still have you available for when that needs to happen. So we let this guy take the first, you take the second. That seemed like a fair deal.
As supreme authority of Whiteout, I hereby declare this blight at an end.
Nope.
Dragon race, a waste of useful blood. Lassa, Hedlin, Galara.
So yeah, she transformed her archdemon into this. Because her whole thing is re-sculpting flesh and transforming the form of creatures into unholy abominations. That's her whole thing. So,
Kill it how?
let's get this barrier down ASAP. Oh, let me get that stun on you. Oh, just about got it. Oh, I don't think I ever got the stagger on you the first time in this fight. Well, that's a cool weak point addition. Oh yeah, we're stabbing it in there, we're attacking from the gills. I'll step on this snack all I like. It's quite big, I might struggle to step on it, but I'll try. God, I am liking this way more stagger-focused build.
What's it doing? You spooked Gillenade. Maybe she wants to talk.
Oh, we got 2 of them now. Ugh. Okay, go away, work messages. Now is not time for me to have more work to do. This is time for fighting Big Snack. Okay,
My creation has many shapes. Take the mortals, make them flesh.
okay, let's attack the one that has the big glowy weak point first.
I think we're wearing it down.
New forms to be perfected, new appetites to be sated.
Oh, I didn't bring a dedicated healer with me this time, did I? Okay, this will be fine. This will be fine. Oh, Karen, you don't have a heal in your moveset, at least default have you know. Axel says, if I was trying to create an archdemon, personally I wouldn't create one with glowing weak points, maybe that's just me. I think, you know, the logic is probably, no, that's the way it charges up its big attack. You're not supposed to realize it's a weak point. Or, oh, she's rushing to remake, to reform it, because she's panicking at the damage we were doing, and therefore she didn't properly take the time to stop it having big glowy weak points, maybe, you know. Yeah, I have the shield ability and I do need to use it, I just need to remember. I haven't built it up a lot yet. It's not the most powerful it could be yet. Now what I should do is remember to go get that green jar that's in the battlefield. Yeah, I really need to get my chain lightning attack back onto this build rather than the free but not nearly as helpful this. Like, I want my big crowd control, my low-level enemy crowd control tool back.
But hearts untouched.
I mean, look, yeah, because it's a video game is the adequate explanation. But you know, I like to think about in-universe logic that could hold water. Yeah, we totally got this now. What you got now? We got Gillenane. Your entire creative plan is... Heads 1 and 2 didn't do it, but Head 3 will definitely be the one that gets her.
Who knew the trap would be the easy part?
Gillenade's last stand. We can do this.
Okay. 6 seconds until we can do that attack again. Quite out of the way enough. Oh. No, not focus on you. I want to focus on the stagger points. Oh, that was a good opportunity to stagger damage. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got this. We got this. Even before 4 snakes. That. Ooh, the countess be ready to take your shots. That sounds like there might not be a 4th head. Oh, we were so low in health there. God. We had a revive in pocket, it would have been fine.
Davrin! Kill it!
Okay, okay.
Finish her!
Well, Lucanus did not get the kill. We had 1 shot, and we did not get it.
Too late! Back to the Alluvian!
Timber, my apologies for once streaming while you were sleeping. I'm so sorry.
I hope so.
Best times all day!
And I also can't help but notice how Davrin killed an archdemon but didn't die. So, Davrin killed an archdemon but didn't get the glory of his promised death. Lucanus had 1 shot to kill a god, while the god had no defenses and fucked up that one chance.
Evka sent word. Last of the civilians made it to Lavendel. Janos and his people held the line long enough for them to escape Weishaupt. And the Wardens are in Lavendel too.
What's left of them, you mean? Over 1,000. That's how many fellow wardens I had. And now, one god, one archdemon. That's all it took to nearly wipe out our entire order.
Yep, and there's still a second god and archdemon who are reportedly the stronger of the two to go. Liz B says, look, how many crows can say they scratched a god? Not many, but you know what would have been better? Being the crow that said they killed a god. The crows are assassins, not scratch you and let you off with a warning.
Those wardens fulfilled their oaths. They saved lives. Heroes, all of them. If not for them, how many civilians would have died?
In death, sacrifice. The warden's oath.
Right.
But it starts with in-war victory. I don't have much hope for victory here.
We killed her archdemon, though. That's something, isn't it?
That's an incredibly rare accomplishment.
Yeah, after it turned into a snake monster with too many heads. Are all blighted dragons gonna do that? I don't know how to fight that.
Well, at least we've made Gillenane mortal.
I'm a dragon hunter. I didn't train for more than one head.
Mortal or immortal, doesn't matter if we can't get close enough. We had our shot at her, and we missed.
She's gonna be on edge
Say
now.
what you mean, Davrin. I missed.
Nobody blames you for that, Lucanus.
Yeah? Maybe I do. This crow has a demon inside him, right?
Now, that's not...
How do we know we can trust him? Maybe the demon pulled his punches.
Okay, hold on. Now we're getting...
And you, Warden? What about the blight that runs through your veins? The same blight that Gillenane commands so effortlessly.
Just a moment, please.
Enough.
Can I just say, this is one of the things I love about Weishaupt as a mission. Is there's so many stories and like games and narratives that have the Act 2, yeah, we're definitely gonna do it, and then you get like really fucking slapped back down into your place. But very few stories really sit with the uncomfortable, unpleasant emotions that come in response to that loss. We've got sadness, anger, grief, denial. We've got like all the fucking stages going on around here, and I particularly like that two people who were one mission ago were like bestest buds, got on great, and now like I think they both blame themselves and are trying to displace it on the other and blame the other because they feel shitty about what went down. And yeah.
Last I checked, there are 2 gods out there. They've got plans, and we're falling behind. And if it wasn't clear enough after Demeter's crossing, it's clear now. They'll rain disease and death across Thedas unless we stop them.
We're all in agreement on that point, Rook. But the question remains, how? We barely survived against one of the gods.
I nearly had her.
Nearly. But you and Spite are not of one mind, Lucanus. Fighting for control, it's no wonder you missed such a rare opportunity.
I think we've all been distracted.
I've been preoccupied myself after discovering that Hand of Glory.
And I can't stop worrying about my new magic and what it means.
And in that shot of the three of you, it's like, yes, Emmerich, I'm distracted by the Hand of God. Harding, I'm distracted by the dwarven stone magic. Tarsh, in that shot, stays completely silent, like, I've got nothing distracting me. Oh, that gender crisis I was having like 5 minutes ago? I don't know what you mean about that. I've got nothing distracting me. I am the undistractable Tarsh.
The Noddists are fallen? What it means for my people?
Until those problems are resolved, we will not be prepared to
those
face
problems.
the gods.
No other
Without
problems
attention,
at this table.
A single lapse could prove fatal, and the gods will allow no second chances.
I love it that Tarsh is the only problem at the table. That's like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. Me having a gender crisis, don't know what you mean.
He's right, Rook.
We can't afford to stumble. The gods will jump on that in a heartbeat. We must be ready for them. That said, we need to find them first. Harding, can you send word to Evka? See if she has any rested scouts?
Scouts? Why?
The darkspawn that attacked Weishaupt had to come from somewhere. I bet they'll be headed back there. Following them should at least put us on the gods' trail.
Got it.
As for the rest of...
Look, nothing against Emmerich. He's right about needing focus. But what happened at Weishaupt? That was more than a distraction.
So is what happened to Minrathous. What the Venatori have done. What they're still doing.
These are more than distractions, Rook.
Either way, we all need to step back. Clear our heads.
So yeah, this is the point where the game is like, look, here is our justification for we know the end of the world is at risk. But you need to spend like the next 25, 30 hours doing companion quests. And look, it's much like Mass Effect 2. It's the... We may never survive this, so we need to go in with clear heads so we're not distracted during that final mission, and so that we don't have any regrets if we die doing this. And I'm a sucker for that as a plot contrivance. Yeah, everyone... I like how this mission is set up to really stoke the conflict and division within the group. Lisby says, gender stuff. It's not distracting if you repress it hard enough. Me and Uni. There's been a trend doing the round on TikTok the last couple of days of people whose response to the wonderful trans film, I Saw the TV Glow, is them talking about repressing their own transness, going, I saw the TV glow, I went and unplugged it at the wall. I'm like, oh, did you watch the same film I did? Where the entire point of it is you can try and shove that shit down, and then you're going to find yourself 45 years old working in an arcade, cutting your chest open with a box cutter, screaming at the walls. It's not a viable plan. How do I think that went? As well as it could have done, I think.
No one's at each other's throats, at least. Emmerich's right, though. Everyone on this team has some kind of unfinished business.
Except for Tosh. Tosh is good.
That's the danger in recruiting competent people. They bring more interesting and complicated problems along with them. So go help Rook. Support them. Solve those problems. And maybe start with Davrin and Lucanus. Or even Nev. She's taking Minrathous hard.
And the gods?
You've asked the Wardens to try.
Hey, Varric, those are all real compelling ideas of logical places to start. But I want to go do gender shit, though, so... Those are all interesting places to start, Varric, but Itash is an option.
That'll take time.
I should use that time to check in with the team. And then, I should go talk with Solus.
Better you than me. He'll want to know all about Gillenane, the Archdemon, and why you only stopped one of them. You know, all this talking wears me out. I'm going to take a nap. See you later, kid. Good luck.
Right. Now begins companion storyline, the game. The game becomes just companion quests from here on out, and it's the best part of the game. Yeah, that is Varric from Inquisition. That is indeed Varric from Inquisition. He got stabbed with a dagger early on in this one and has not been super active as a result. Who's hanging out in here? It's you two. Okay, fucking everyone's got shit to do. I'm gonna start by talking to Tosh. I'll then, like, pick up everyone else's quests. And then probably start by doing Tosh's. Hero of the Veilguard. Completing your companion's quest will bring them closer to becoming a Hero of the Veilguard. This will ensure they're focused when it's time to defeat the gods once and for all. Oh, there's a quest to pick up. I've been trying to check in on a local physician. Okay, yeah, we can do that. a doctor over in the Hossberg wetlands. Fucking, absolutely fucking everyone's got shit for us today. Let's go. Let's see how you're doing, Tosh. Oh, I know what this is. Welcome to the moment that made me know that I had to play, that I had to romance Tosh in my first playthrough, and that I had to romance Tosh on stream. Welcome. Be ready for this, chat.
Hey.
It's a
Am I
doozy.
interrupting?
It's a doozy.
Done in a sec. Morning ritual. The Darsam. You're Canary. Your family teach you about them?
Little bit. Binding the ropes symbolizes your tie to the Qun.
My mother made me do it every morning before breakfast. I had big fingers. Used to take me forever. Avatosh. Shokratoebra. Only a beast is confounded by knots. A girl masters herself and the Darsa.
Sounds like your mother was hard on you.
Nah.
I think your fingers are just perfect.
Yeah. So... Are you trying to have sex with me?
Wow, you know, in my daydreams, this is where you lean over me and slap the wall.
Quick, think about us having sex. So now we need to figure out if it's Cashlock or Tomlock. And those are... Cashlock's just flirting. You look and make jokes and maybe think about him for fun. Tomlock is serious. Like you want to grab that and taste its neck right by the collarbone. So which is it?
You flirted one too many times. Are you trying to have sex with me? Oh, you have fantasies about me pinning you up against the wall, do you? Well, I'm gonna fucking do that. What we doing here? Ah. Such a good intro to a romance option.
Did you just smell me?
Yeah.
You can smell when someone is...
I have a really good sense of smell. Comes with the dragon stuff.
Well...
You still haven't answered the question.
So look, I know there was a world in which maybe we romance Emmerich on stream. No, there was never a world where that's happening. There's a lot of things in this game I will ask chat, what do you want to do? I want to romance Tosh on stream, and my next off-stream playthrough, that's when I'm going to romance Emmerich. But we're doing the Tosh one. We're doing it.
Which one was serious? There was something about tasting the neck.
Tomlock.
That's maybe where I'm at.
Good. Me too.
Now, let's address being trans, because we had a very brief conversation about gender stuff, but, like, you know, Tosh hasn't put any labels on it right now, so, you know, just look, just to check you're alright with me being trans.
Remember your argument with Nev? When I told you about figuring out who I was?
Yeah, it helped. Why are you bringing it up now?
I wanted to make sure you remembered before we did anything.
Shut up. You're fine. I just said it was Tomlock. We'll figure out what works as we
I'm
go.
attracted to you, we'll work out the rest
This
later.
may be the shortest version of this conversation I have ever had.
That is the line that I really love about this. Is trans player character being like, hey, just checking that my transness is okay before we start anything, and being able to respond, this might be the easiest version of this conversation I've ever had. It's not a big deal. It's like, hey, I find you sexy. The rest is, well, we'll let the rest out later. I love that you can have such a simple, basic conversation in the context of character who's having a gender journey. It's like, yeah, what the fuck does it matter? I'm working out gender stuff, you got gender stuff going on, it sounds like we got the same shit going on. I find you sexy, what more do I need to know? And I'm like, fuck yes. This is how it should be.
Okay. What now?
Usually I'd pin you to the wall, but we work together. It's weird.
Rook, Tosh, glad I
Oh,
caught
if
you
Harding
both.
hadn't come in, we'd have
Grey
totally been
Wardens
pinned to
found
that
a
wall.
cave that one of the blighted dragons uses as its lair.
Where?
In the Hussberg wetlands. There's no sign of the dragon itself, though.
I should check it out. We need to know how different the blighted dragons really are. They might turn into something like Gillenane's archdemon did. If there's a clue, I have to be ready.
Some good T for T shit, isn't it? Well, let's go pick up everyone else's quests before we decide what we're doing. That's going to be to chat to Solus. We'll chat to Solus last. Emmerich's good. Emmerich's fine. Emmerich didn't get into that much of a fight with anyone. Yeah, Harding's not moving, so... Okay, we gotta go talk to the 3 people who had things upsetting them. Where do we start? Okay, let's start here.
Oh, hi, Rook. Can I ask you a question? Actually, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, you're several lines ahead of me here. Let's start with me saying, hi, Bellara.
Right. Okay. It's just, you know, the elf thing. We're fighting our gods. Our gods. It feels a little surreal, and I know surreal.
Yeah, you and Davern have it rough. At least we're only fighting your gods because they're evil. Maybe not the most helpful point to make.
No, it actually helps a little. But still, those are our gods out there, rampaging around. Maybe people don't trust us. Maybe they shouldn't.
I think that is a really reasonable and very real-world grounded fear to have at a time like this of, are the actions of a few dangerous people who look like me going to cause people to think of me differently?
It isn't your fault your gods woke up and decided to destroy the world. You didn't create your gods, and you aren't them. Not anymore.
That feels too easy. Like we're not taking responsibility. And I don't know, I feel guilty anytime I think about it, really.
So who's that helping?
Who's what helping?
Feeling guilty?
Well, no one, I guess, but then what should I do?
I don't know. But you're kind and compassionate, and that matters. It makes a difference.
Rook, that means a lot. Thank you. But is it really that easy? Does kindness make up for it? What my people did, I mean?
The Evanurus
I'm not
did those
look,
things.
I'm still gonna flirt a
And
little
they
bit
did
with
them to
other
your
people
people.
until we lock in with
Yeah.
Darsh, but
It's hard.
Darsh is where my heart
All
is
of
right
it's
now.
hard. But I feel better. A little bit, anyways. Thanks for talking to me and listening to me.
Yeah, this is where the characters start talking about the real shit. The digging the real emotions out.
Hey, anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Right. It's a good thing to be here for. See you later, Rook.
Okay. While we're here, let's check in on Lucanus, who's probably feeling a little bit of a failure for failing to murder a god.
Lucanus? Are you in here brooding?
I'm fine.
That's not a no.
I had her. She should have never gotten away from me. This was our contract, Rook. I don't fail my contracts.
Mux says, I wish you could get serious with all of them. Polyculed it up. I am a big believer that it would be great to see a video game tackle properly integrated polyamory where you're not just separately dating other characters who aren't complaining about you doing it, but there was maybe opportunity for like scenes of multiple of you together. I think we're a ways away from that happening in a game, but I think it would be super interesting to see a game try and tackle that in some way.
Just think how much more satisfying it'll be when you do take her down.
We cannot count on a second shot. I thought I still had this. Whatever else I am, I'm a professional. After the ossuary, I thought at least I could still take out a target. I need to work.
Gillenane was a giant face in the clouds, Lucanus. I asked you to stab a cloud.
And I missed the damn cloud.
My point is, that was impossible, and you still almost did it. That's not small.
I did ask you to stab a cloud.
I
That's
was
not
distracted.
wrong.
That cannot happen again. I need to get my head on straight.
And you will.
Whatever you need to do.
Have you been to talk to the others? Davrin, especially. I think everyone might have things to deal with now. I should check in with the crows. Whatever the word is, I'll let you know. There's nothing like work to focus the mind.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Check in with Davrin. How are you doing? Not being dead. I bet you're thrilled about it. Like any normal person would be.
Davrin, about Weishaupt.
Lisby says, is there any good polyamory representation? The best video game I have seen at representing polyamory is a visual novel dating sim called Later Daters. Later Daters is a dating sim set in an old folks home, in a retirement community. And the gist of how the polyamory works in that is that if you're flirting with multiple characters at once, you'll at some point you walk into a room and they're all just kind of there. And you have the option to be like, I kind of was interested in both of you and I want to explore that. And one of the characters I remember says something along the lines of, look, at this point in my life, I'm too old to be protective and precious about other people's joy. If you have enough of yourself to commit to me and to commit to someone else, why would you finding multiple places to find joy not be a good thing? I am in this as long as you have enough of yourself to give for both of us. I'm too old to go, no, you're mine. And I'm like, I really like that approach to it. I think Later Daters has a very respectful approach to polyamory that is rooted in the nature of the characters you're interacting with, which I think is cool.
Davrin, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I can't believe Weishaupt is gone. It's always been there, protecting the world.
Wasn't supposed to be like this. That's Renaud. Malmond.
Oh, you're carving your friends.
We used to argue. Who'd be the one to take an archdemon down? Who'd die so that others could live? Not sure any of us believed it'd actually happen.
When the moment came, you did the Wardens proud.
Did I? Because I'm still here. They're not.
Personally, I'm glad you're here. We still need you.
And I need this to make sense.
You're overthinking it.
Am I? A Grey Warden kills an archdemon, they die. That's how it works.
Who knows what happened? Maybe the gods changed things and the old rules don't apply. Why is being alive a problem?
Because I didn't expect to be here. Grey Wardens have an expiration. It pushed me.
Now I want to stop and talk about this, because this is, I think, the bit where I really connect with Davrin. Of all the bits of his story, this is the bit I think about a lot. For very different reasons. I was watching a video the other day of someone talking about how they have a a fatal disease that they were like, you're not going to live past about 38. And that's just the reality. And since growing up as a child, she thought about the fact she was never going to live past roughly a certain age. And she sort of lived her life with that in mind. And then a medication was created that meant that she's probably going to live to 70 now. And she had a weirdly hard time with the news that she was going to live twice as long, because she'd lived her life with a finish line, and then suddenly, like, she made choices she might not have made if she had 70 years, and then went, oh fuck, now I have to live an extra 30 odd years that I didn't prepare for, that I didn't live my life in a way that will make me ready for. And this then made me think about a thing that, like, content warning for light discussion of suicidal ideation. Personal story. I spent my teens convinced I was going to kill myself and that I wasn't going to live past my early 20s. And I lived a lot of my teens under the impression that, like, something was going to get me at some point, be it myself or something else. Like, I wasn't going to... Like, the idea I would make it to 30 never fucking was a reality in my head. I had a real crisis when I hit 30 because I was still here. And that after living a life of just sort of assuming I wasn't going to be around that long, suddenly I had to contend with, I made it to that age that I never thought I was going to stick around until. And now I've got to think about, like, growing old. And, like, and look, I'm at the point now, like, you know, I've had a few years since then. I fucking love the thought that I'm going to grow into an old lady and sit on the porch drinking sherry, being like, oh, yes, dear. Oh, pour me another glass. It's wonderful. What's going on with the video games these days? I'm delighted at the thought of eventually getting to become old. That's great. But this is the point where I think I understand Davrin the most, is this... You sort of have in your head that your life will exist up to a certain point and then it stops. And there is something weirdly unnerving about, I was meant to be dead by now, I didn't plan for not being dead. Suddenly I have to plan for being alive now. If I hope that winding set of anecdotes makes some sense. It's the thing that I think... I really like this as a choice of mental state for Davrin to be in. I don't know how many people are going to connect with that, but I definitely can.
There's more fight to go.
And if we manage to pull that off?
You'll do what you do best. Hunt monsters.
Plenty of people can do that. I'm talking purpose. I feel like a blade sharpened all these years to confront the worst darkness in the world. And my blade struck true at Weishaupt. What now?
Well, you'll raise Asan to create a world where the light outshines the darkness.
Also, while we're doing this...
Well, let me tell you. That will require a lot more gingerwort truffles.
Aww. I have vegan chewy sweets shaped like little kitty cats that are my on-stream snack today. Vegan little chewy kitty cat vegan gummies, and they're great.
That's more like it. Good to have you back.
Somebody has to feed his feathery butt.
You live to serve, my friend.
Guess we're stuck with each other, boy. No getting rid of me now. Someday I might actually know what that means.
While you sort that out, maybe you and Lucanus can try to bury the hatchet?
Yeah.
He had a rough time of it, too.
I know. That was an incredible shot he took at Gillinane.
Then tell him that. Because fighting each other won't help us defeat the gods.
But we've got help. The Wardens, Shadow Dragons, Crows, Veil Jumpers, we're all in this together.
We are. But they've all got their own problems. If we want their help, we have to help them first.
Is that a plan I hear forming?
I think it could be. Thanks, Davrin.
Okay, let's go chat to Nev. Hey, I'm sorry about Minrathous. I saved Dogtown in the last playthrough, but I'm not one of the Shadow Dragons this time, so sorry.
Nev, that coffee in the kitchen, you made it?
Keen eye.
Did you boil it? If so, why?
I'm not picky. I got a cup and it does the job. That's all I ask.
I don't know where to go with this.
Maybe that's how it's done in Minrathous.
Oh no. Give Lucanus credit. It's terrible.
You need a stronger word for terrible.
So what's the coffee for?
What isn't it for? The Venator used the dragon attack for a power grab. Now they treat Dogtown like their personal
I
playground.
should say, I love the chemistry between Nev and Lucanus. Nev, I think I can pretty safely say, the companion I care about the least, ultimately. I think she's nice, I think she's interesting, I love her design. Long term, she's just not the one that, like, interests me most. But I do love her interactions with Lucanus. Like, the two of them are really cute.
I've heard more cries for help than I can count. And now the Threads have reached out.
The Minrathous crime syndicate.
Smuggling, extortion, protection rackets. The Threads do it all. They stay out of slavery and they hate Venatori. Enough to keep picking fights. My contact in the Threads, Alec, wants to talk. He doesn't reach out for nothing.
If you need backup, I'm happy to help.
I don't expect you to show up for Dogtown, Rook.
But I will. Really.
If you need more coffee, I'll make it.
Well now, is that sweet or trying to save me from myself?
Let's call it both.
Yeah, she doesn't resent... At this point, she doesn't resent Lucanus for Treviso being saved over Minrathous. She resents me, and that's probably fair, but... Okay. Let's... I was gonna say let's talk to the Solus. I want to go see my good boy Manfred first. Play some rock paper scissors.
There's some very interesting valences in the ether today.
Are there? Ooh. Alright, let's go. Hey! Hey, buddy. Ah. Good to see you, friend. I hate when there's interesting valences in the ether today. Really fucks up my whole day when there's interesting valences in the ether. Okay. Hey, Solus. Let's find out how you're doing. Are you gonna be a dick about the fact I didn't kill them?
The fall of Weishaupt reverberated across the Fade, as did the fall of an archdemon.
But unless I am mistaken, both Elganan and Gillenane yet stand.
We took down Gillenane's archdemon, but we weren't able to kill her.
And how are you doing?
For 1 second. Wait 1 sec. Trying to get on top of work. Trying to keep on top of important messages so that I can get back to this stupid egg-shaped boy. Here we go. Right, here we go. Done. How am I doing?
Right now, I'm more concerned with how the team is doing.
I expect their morale is shaken after what happened.
They have what it takes to stop the gods. I just need to get them to believe it.
Indeed. They must know beyond any doubt that you believe
It's
in
that
them.
time of year where I'm
You cannot
constantly
stand
working
against
during
Elganon and
streams.
Gillenane with logic.
Just a
Those
little.
motivated by greed or self-interest will change alliances, but those who serve you with passion and loyalty will follow wherever you lead,
Spoken like a true elven
even to
cult
their
leader.
deaths, if necessary.
I knew I might have to make a call like that when Varric put me in charge.
A good leader never makes such a decision lightly. But when the time comes, it is better to be prepared.
You're
And
right,
perhaps it will
Lemon
not come-
Wedgeworth. Also, I've not said your name out loud. Lemon Wedgeworth? Fucking great Twitch name. Solus is just chomping at the bit to have followers die for him. That's the thing. He's way too excited about that prospect.
To that. The stronger your team, the more chances you will have to avoid such a decision.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any suggestions on our next move against the gods?
If you oppose Elganon and Gillenane's minions, you will get your opportunity.
You think one of the Antam or Venatori commanders will help us find the gods?
Possibly. But more importantly, you will aggravate them. You rendered Gillenane mortal at Weishaupt. It is an embarrassment. An insult. Neither she nor Elganon can ignore. If you continue to disrupt their plans, you will not need to track them down. They will come to you.
Yes, exactly, Watson. Especially because he then gets to act all sad about it afterwards. Your rook is lovely, by the way. Oh, thank you. I'm real happy with how she turned out. To all those people saying it was impossible to make a good-looking Canary, you just gotta recognize that there's only one acceptable Canary haircut, the one that kind of fixes the size of the forehead, and you get there. It's no problem.
And then we get some payback for
Honestly,
Weishaupt.
it's this one haircut that made me go, yeah, no. It's the thing that saved my create a character Canary.
One final
Without
warning.
this haircut, I'd probably be
You
in
have
here.
survived a confrontation with Gillenane, which few still live to claim. But her power pales in comparison to Elganon's. If he takes the field himself, remember, in a fight such as ours, escaping to fight another day is a victory.
Look, as a person with a fucking huge forehead, I know the secret techniques for making it not look like you have a fucking 5 head instead of a 4 head. And I'm one of those people. If I pulled this back, I've got a 5 head going on up here. You learn the tricks. Right. Davrin should have had time to track down the information now. And I think this will give us the setup for our next story mission. And then it's time for me to see if I can trigger any more of the Tosh plot to happen today.
This is ominous.
Viago found something.
Something bad, I take it?
Venatori and Treviso. Like I thought. One of them might know where Zara is. Viago has crows watching them. We find them. We find Zara.
Give me a second to finish juggling this nonsense. Okay, Viago has the crows watching them. Okay.
How hard can it be to find a few crows hiding out in Treviso?
Mux says Iron Bull was hot as fuck, though. Yes, Iron Bull was hot as fuck. it's Veilguard has a unique. You've got to fight against the four heads in Veilguard on Canary design a little bit. You can make a good-looking Canary, but you have to fight against the forehead. Iron Bull in Inquisition lent into the forehead in great ways.
Finding crows is easy. Everyone knows that. Look for the capes.
I am playing as an Antivan Crow this time, so I am buddy-buddy with Lucanus, yeah.
We only get one shot at this. We go when you're ready.
This is my first time playing through as a Crow. And the Crows do have the best casual wear. You hanging out somewhere else, Davrin? Where you hanging out? Oh, you're hanging out with Balara. Like, I enjoyed playing through as a, as one of the fucking Minrathous faction. The Dragon Hunters? The Dragon... What are they fucking called? The Shadow Dragons. Shadow Dragons. I was like, it's not the Dragon Hunters. Like, Tarsh is the Dragon Hunter. The problem is, Tarsh is a Dragon Hunter, but not part of the Something Dragons faction, and my brain... Yeah. Oh, no, this isn't where... Okay, this is not where...
Rook. Sorry, I mean...
Oh, everyone's having a day today.
Everything okay?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yanarl is missing. And others, Strife told me.
What kind of missing?
They went back to where I met you. Where we found the archive. You know, just in case. It's been a week. No one's heard from them. And it's my fault.
It's not your fault,
Not
Balara.
your fault.
Please, I need to blame someone, even if it's me.
Blame doesn't matter. Finding them does.
You're right. Of
What's
course
my
you
wife?
are.
I mean my wife. I mean my wife. I mean Balara.
Start looking where we met earlier. Where the Veil Jumpers would have gone in. Might be another anomaly, or more demons. Well, let's just be
You see
ready.
what I mean? That
Ready
after
for
Weishaupt, everyone has plot. Everyone starts their plot shit. This is where everyone is like, okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready. I'm ready. Right. Anyone else got more stuff going on? Okay. Everyone seems good for the minute. So, is that Tarsh mission a companion quest, or is it a... Okay, after the storm... Oh, yeah, it's companion quests. Yeah, let's go do some Tarsh stuff. Do you know enough... Muck says, Laura, do you know enough German to figure out what Weishaupt means yet? Weiss is, like, white, correct? So it'd be like... My gut says it's, like, the, White House. Like, the... I'm guessing it's because it's, like, it's like, a big white castle. So it's something like the white... Big house or something like that. They're the Grey Wardens. I'd have thought it would have been like Grey something, but is it White House? Weishaupt. If so, pretty pleased with that. Come on, buddy. I think we're going to get to fight yet another dragon right now, which I'm excited for. Out to
Mandatory
Central or
barrier
Main.
crystals.
The main white.
Whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Recently placed, if I'm not mistaken.
What are they doing in the Hosberg wetlands?
Oh, I started a quest and then didn't continue it. I, like, broke the first crystal on the way to this quest and then didn't continue doing it because I didn't want to do that quest yet. And now every time I come to the wetlands, it starts playing me the audio as if I'm starting that fucking quest line. Yeah, I'm gonna do some side quest stuff off stream, probably before next stream. Some of the basic side quest stuff.
Barrier crystals.
But
whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Yeah, you
recently placed, if I'm not
you
mistaken.
hear it triggering again because I fast traveled.
Hosberg wetlands.
Literally, having fast traveled set it off again. Oh, it's time, everyone.
Tosh, what are you doing?
She's not in her lair. I was ready. I could have fought her.
Tosh.
Doesn't matter. I can still look for clues. See if she'll turn into a monster like Gilnenane's archdemon did. I have to figure this out. I'm a dragon slayer.
Tosh, I can't help but notice that you didn't bring up that you had something on your mind at the round table. I think you've got something on your mind.
Tosh, I know what happened at Weishaupt shook you.
Stop. Just stop. I need to kill the dragon.
Why? What do you need to prove?
Wait. Look at that.
Ropes.
Kunari ropes. The Antam. They're the ones who've been blighting the dragons for the gods. Those fucking ropes. They tie her down with these ropes so they can blight her. They turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Some she was never supposed to be. Chakra Toebra. I've got to be ready to fight her. I'm a dragon slayer.
I don't think you're talking about the dragon.
I'm a crappy Kunari. I'm not really Ravani. I'm no good as a daughter. I'm not even... I can't even be a woman right. I have to be a dragon slayer.
The ropes. You just tie her down, tie that dragon down, force that dragon to be something that they're not. Anyway, I'm no good at being what I am, and I have to be it anyway. Fear not, everyone. We're playing a trans character. We've got special fucking dialogue for this shit. Because this game is great, and you have the option to go, hey, I've been here. Pretty sure I know what's going on.
Tosh, I know what you're going through right now. Sometimes stuff gets, I don't know, all twisted up. You get angry because it's easier than facing what's really there. Because what's really there feels too big. You are not blighted, or ugly, or wrong. If you feel like you are, it's only because there's something you need to face.
My mother put these ropes on me. She tied me up. Why did she do that? Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman?
Oh, Tosh.
The Shadow Dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she. They're not men or women. And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way. But... I'm not supposed to breathe fire. Am I not supposed to feel like this? What does she want me to be?
Things, Lemon Wedgeworth says, can I just say, as a deep lore person, I was delighted to see Maevaris finally get a game appearance. And you know what's great? Maevaris not only gets a game appearance, but is frequently referenced as, like... There are conversations you can have between Tash and other characters in-game later on, where they casually talk about, like, oh, I introduced you to Maevaris, how's talking to her gone? Like, it is brought up that Rook is not the only trans person that Tash is able to start finding community with. Like, Maevaris is another example of, like, getting to meet another trans person in setting while coming out, which I think is great. But let me talk about the thing, there's so many things in this scene that I love, that I think turned out really well. I really like Tash being the one to bring up that they them pronouns exist. That this is not something that, like, is about the player bringing it up or some other character. Like, we're not here for every moment of Tash's journey. Like, no matter how much we're being here, being supportive, there are things that happen off screen, and one of those is learning that a pronoun exists and thinking about it and bringing it to the table. And there's so many things I like about how this has turned out in game that I am, yeah. As I've said, I am so pleased that so much of this game made it through EA's executives and came out like this. Because so many games that want to try stuff like this, it doesn't get past the committee that is big executives, and for any complaints people have, I think it is a miracle that as much of it as it did got to the end product with a big AAA, big budget thing like this. So she's using the Kuhn help would be forego romance and urge Tash to embrace Yunari culture, commit to an exclusive relationship with Tash, forego romance, and urge Tash to embrace Ravani culture. This is it, we're doing it. We're committing. We are committing to Tash as an exclusive romance. I will say, this is the earliest, to my understanding, in the game that you can find yourself exclusively committed to a companion. But we doing it. We doing it.
Your mother tried to stop you from breathing fire because she was worried the Antam would find you. Did she ever try to stop you from being a warrior?
She didn't love it. She never stopped me.
Because she wanted you to be the powerful, beautiful person you are.
Person, not woman.
You tell me, Tash. What feels right to you?
Then, person. And using they for myself. I really like how that feels. But I don't want this to mess up stuff with you. I need to know if it changes how you feel about me.
I really like that there is no option right now to go, it is a problem for me, actually. Because, like, let's stop and look at this scene. Tash has made it clear I'm in the middle of coming out as non-binary right now. And I don't think there's any world in which someone, there's any world other than one where someone is, as the player, is being deliberately a transphobic dickbag, in which you find out Tash is about to come out as non-binary, start a romance, and then the very second that the option to back out is presented, go, actually, it is a problem for me, I don't like that trans stuff. I like that the game is like, if you start committing to a romance knowing that the gender fuckery is going on, the kind of human being who would do that would not realistically turn around and be a dick. And I think that it's really good that none of these options are I'm backing out of the romance, and none of them are this is a problem for me, that would then put Tash in the position of, oh, do I need to maybe bottle up my transness again if I don't want to lose this relationship? Yeah. Does this change how you feel about me? It's great with me, gorgeous.
How I feel? You know how long I've wondered what it would taste like to kiss you? Will you taste smoky or spicy? It keeps me up all night.
I really like that you can first come out as trans and check it's not a problem for Tash, and then Tash comes out and checks it's not a problem for you, and you're like, we're both fucking T for T. What do you think this is gonna stop either of us?
I want to keep doing this with you anywhere that isn't a blighted dragon's lair.
Fair point.
Okay, bye.
There we go, everyone. Non-binary Tash is canon. We're there. How How nice is that for a fucking coming out
Planetary
scene?
barrier crystals. Whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Look, it's messy, it's uncomfortable in places, it involves a lot of displaced emotions being aimed at things that aren't the thing that they're upset about. It has room for a trans character to offer their experiences and relate, an option for romance that, you know, is like, nah, fuck it, why the fuck does that matter? I'm like, ugh. Maximil says, I remember playing another RPG a while back where you could find out one of your home-based characters was trans, and the "ooh, that's gross" dialogue option was just forever there from then on. I was so paranoid about accidentally clicking it for the rest of the game. There were points where you could be fucking transphobic towards Krem in Inquisition, and that didn't stop Iron Bull from being romanceable. You could be transphobic about Krem to Iron Bull's face, and Iron Bull would still romance you, and that never sat right with me. I think if you're gonna have that option to be transphobic to Krem, have it in there, but have Iron Bull instantly no longer a romance option. But yeah, fucking look at that.
Recently placed, if I'm not mistaken.
What are they doing in the Hosberg wetlands?
I think that should have ended the game because Iron Bull had just knocked you flat. I can get behind that. So, let's head back to the lighthouse and see if anyone's got more quest threads to pick up. Davrin's probably gonna tell us he's ready.
After
to tell us
Weishaupt,
about
we
what's
can't
next.
afford to ignore anything to do with the Blight. Gloomhowler is working with Darkspawn. I should help Davrin when he learns more about it.
Oh, Tasha's already got more. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Look, my preference would be being transphobic to Krem is just a straight game over, but you know, that's... I do not have the power to go back in time 10 years and make that the case.
Good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. You could come with me. As, you know, with me. If you want.
Let's go meet your mum while being a couple. Let's go do that. Let's go. We just kissed for the first time and it's already time to go meet your mum. Look, I know that we're supposed to like go chat with Davrian and find out what the fuck's going on there, but I'm speedrunning the Tosh plotline like right the fuck away. Monk says, I thought you had the power to wokify every game in existence retroactively. No, unfortunately, I've not worked out the time travel aspect yet. I can only wokify them, like, in real time. I can only wokify them, like, one at a time as I come across them.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
I hope I'm not putting you out.
No, this is Tasha's home as much as mine, even if she does not visit very often.
Can I just say, one of my favourite fucking bits of this whole plotline is this interaction. I know I keep pausing. I have so many thoughts I want to share about the Tosh stuff. There is no more fucking trans moment than the parent or family member of trans person you know does the misgender, and you look at the trans person to go, should I be standing up and defending your pronouns, or have you not told her? And Tosh does this very little nod that's like, yeah, she doesn't know yet. Just go with it. And I'm like, this look, one little nod. Okay, I won't bring it up till you do. Yeah, a whole conversation in a single glance. It's a glance that so many trans people have had, and I think they capture it so well.
I don't smell the ISCOP. We always have ISCOP on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
That has to be annoying for a scholar.
Yes. I have studied the first expedition for decades, but I have never seen this before.
What do you mean, the first expedition?
Okay, I'm gonna stop again. I've talked about this on recent streams, that, like, I have no secret insight into the future of the Dragon Age series. But I'm convinced that we're going somewhere not Thedas for the next one. What with, like, this game tackling the origin of the Elven Gods, the origin of the dwarves and dwarven stone magic, and specifically, this is the one that I keep thinking about, is talk of the first expedition and, like, the origins of the Qunari coming from some other landmass to Thedas is the big one where I'm like, you're really placing a lot of narrative weight on origins of species, particularly those that came from outside of Thedas. And I think this is really setting up, this is where we're going next.
The Baz teach our people that the Qunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came, only to vanish. They were Qunari who predated the Qun itself. That
Yes, being able to have
devised
bangs in front of your
Here.
horns.
Food's ready.
Special privilege.
This is not Iskap.
It's gonna take too long. I wanted to be out here with you two.
Yeah, Facsimile, I think that's probably the case. I think the humans and Qunari probably came to Thedas because they were fucking running from something, and we might... I'll try and do the thing in the game that'll let us see the ending that talks about it, but there is an ending that very briefly alludes to... Yeah, there is a quest line we can do that will kind of hint a little bit at what might be waiting for us outside Thedas. Yes, the Devouring Storm gets talked about a lot in this plot thread. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going.
I see. I'm glad you made time to visit, if not to prepare the meal.
Maybe next time you'll let me know I'm cooking.
I will not trouble you, now that I know you are preoccupied.
Okay.
Chthon, you're so snide.
That was... nice. Was it? Well, you're nice. She used she. You haven't told her yet. I was going to. Then we got here and she was... like that.
Yeah. So I want to talk about a thing here that's going to require me talking about slightly further ahead in Tasha's plotline, but I don't think it's a big spoiler, and I think now is the right time to talk about it. One of the things that before this game came out, people trying to be shitty about Tasha's plot, and, like, it was only Tasha's plot, people were going, oh, look how bad the writing in the game is, blah, 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 with, like, right-wingers sharing videos before release. One of the clips was when Tash eventually comes out to their mother. In which Tash basically walks in, sits down, and goes, so I'm non-binary. And was given as an example of, like, bad writing. And I want to say, I think this scene is the scene that sets that scene up. Because, like, out of context, I get what people are talking about. But Tash was gonna come out today at dinner with Mum, and Mum just completely steamrolls. I was expecting you to stand in the kitchen and make a multiple hours long meal and not be over here. So I'm actively upset if you're not going to spend the entire time over there not cooking. And, like, instantly trying to sequester Tash in another section of the kitchen, not being part of the conversation, not having an opportunity to have that conversation. So when we get there, I want you to keep that in mind. Because to me, I think that's what sets up Tash's abruptness when the coming out does eventually happen. Is, I need you to just fucking say the thing with no preamble, because otherwise my mum will, like, walk all over me and stop it from happening. I need to just rip the Band-Aid off. Kiara String says, question, I'm going to the library to pick this game up. Is it any good? Before I tell you whether it's good, I am biased. I worked on this game. I'm in the credits of it, so you can't believe me when I say anything about it. I fucking love this game. I played 33 hours in the first 4 days. I was staying up till 2 AM every night playing. I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning the night I beat it. Absolutely couldn't be happier with it. It is exactly what I love out of a BioWare game, but I am biased, I know. But there's my biased opinion. Veilguard says, I think it's great, and I was super cynical about it until about a month ago. Yay! It's not only me and my bias enjoying it. Let me approve that quick. 1 sec.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Maybe you could tell her?
Well, if that's what you want. Nah, she'd kill you.
I'll tell her. She deserves to know.
This isn't about her. You deserve better.
Thanks.
Yeah, because like this is the context. It's someone who's like not only like got walked over the first opportunity that they were going to try and bring it up, but more than that, was like almost like, oh, can you come out for me? Oh no, I need to do it. Like, Tash recognizes I got to be the one to do this shit, but I can't let myself get walked over. So yeah, Tash is a little like direct and abrupt about it, but because that's what's needed with a mother like Shathan. Hey Shathan, I gave your child the LGBT virus. Okay, right, we got more Emmerich plot going on. Let's go pick up Emmerich. Everyone's got plots going on, left, right, and
I can't
center.
believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Oh, sorry. Didn't know you two were in the middle of...
Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
I love the kind of squabbling going on between my two favorite party members, mainly because Tash is like fucking terrified of walking corpses. I want to tell you one thing that I did not encounter in my playthrough, but I'm aware of and I think is great. If you're romancing Emmerich and Tash finds out, there is a point where Tash will walk up to Emmerich and go, don't do corpse stuff in the bedroom. And Emmerich will be like, sorry? I'm sorry, what? And then Tash will respond, actually, no, that's me. That's my biases. It's not on me to say. Have fun if you do corpse stuff in the bedroom with Rook. And Emmerich is like completely stunned into silence. I love the thought that Tash starts with don't do corpse stuff. Well, I mean, I guess they're consensual. Okay, I should get rid of my icks. If that's your kink, Emmerich, you enjoy your corpse stuff. Muck says, I get a lot of autistic vibes from them too. Like, either they can't open their mouth or they blurt out the heart of the matter plainly. That's very me. How can I say this? I don't think that you are on the wrong track reading Tash as autistic. I think autistic Tash is a very valid reading. Anyway. Lisby, I came out via written means to my mother as well. It was just always going to go better. Hey, Radio Bob. Howdy.
I don't follow.
Sorry, I've just realised we've been raided by the lovely James Stephanie Sterling. Welcome, raiders! Hi, I'm Laura. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. Before we play any more of Dragon Age the Veilguard, I'm biased. I worked on this game. I can't be trusted in any of my opinions. You might know me as person who's been podcasting with Steph for 10 years as of this week. Pogquisition this week will be the 10-year anniversary of that show, and that's mildly terrifying. Anyway, this non-binary person with horns is having an argument with Necromancer Vincent Price here, because he makes skeletons walk around, and they are like, it creeps me out, I don't fucking like it. That's what's happening. Welcome.
You two.
Also, Steph, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you. Happy 10 years.
Crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmerich, Tash. My name is Emmerich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Tash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make a move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Like, this argument is just two autistic people who have a phobia of each other's special interests. Both of them are like, I have a hyperfixation and it creeps you out, but you're just gonna find the common ground of understand. You just gotta learn why Emmerich loves corpses so much.
Oh.
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
Look, you two may never be best friends.
Nope.
But maybe we can aim for getting along.
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Tash. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a skull-liker. Skull-liker.
I don't think you called him a skull-liker. I think you called him a skull-fucker. And I think that's one of your better nicknames for him, if I'm honest. You know, I know that we've got to respect that he asked you to call him Emmerich and not nicknames, but if you're gonna call him a nickname, skull-fucker's a great one. Again, leads into what we were talking about of don't do sex stuff with the corpses. I mean, I guess they are consensual. I should get over my biases. Fuck the corpses if you like, Emmerich. It's fine. Push Emmerich and Tash to learn about each other's expertise, or to find new topics of discussion between them. Learn from each other. Teach each other what's so interesting about the other's hyperfixation.
You two could still learn things together you'd never find out alone. Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Who doesn't like
curious
corpses?
Why Tosh likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify magic, Tosh.
Maybe he could share a little, so I know how to deal with walking corpses next time I'm in an old ruin.
I'd be happy to.
Thought you might be.
Oh, look at them. Look at these new besties. Right. Who else has plot for us? I bet it's everyone. Plot for all. I don't... Look, I know what you're saying, Faxamil, that an undead dragon would make these two thick as thieves. I don't think so, because I think Tash would still be like, no, dragons are the fucking coolest, and to have a dead one puppeted around is like, that's the literal worst. Undead are bad, an undead dragon, that's even worse.
Something wrong?
Got a message. place called the Cauldron was attacked.
That's some sort of Grey Warden tavern?
It's a secret Warden readout. No idea what goes on there.
Then why are you involved?
Because whatever attacked it sounds like the Gloomhowler.
Ooh. The spooky toenail crown lady ghost that stole all the griffins.
Then let's get rid of it.
Had the same thought. What's left of the Wardens are still licking their wounds. So we handle this alone.
Yum yum,
Just
tasty
go to the
wounds.
Cauldron and get the griffins back. You have to promise to behave, boy. Listen to every word I say, stay out of trouble, don't do anything dumb, and don't eat any...
I think we get the point.
Joe to the Nathan?
He'll learn by doing. Sink or swim.
There is a thickness
Yeah?
slider indeed.
But what if he sinks?
There is.
I'm supposed to be the bodyguard. Keep that feathery butt
There is
safe.
chest and booty and crotch bulge sliders. I will be honest, for my money, those sliders could have gone further. In my official job role as butt consultant, definitely the job I did on this game, I did tell them, let me make the butts bigger, and they didn't listen. You know, I did tell them, I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other game developers can't deny. When a creator character walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. But apparently that wasn't a compelling argument to them. Are there dick jiggle physics too? I don't know. I didn't try. Does anyone know if there's dick jiggle physics? There's fancy hair tech. They could have just applied the fancy hair tech to the crotch. Hey, GC Spitfire. Right, the fools. They could have had bigger butts in this game if only they'd taken my advice. I think it's okay to worry.
No shame in being worried. He grows on you.
Well, that, and he keeps the mice away.
Maybe that Turlum idea, that unity between Warden and Griffin, starts by having faith in each other.
Maybe. I suppose you were born for this sort of fight, boy. All talons and temper.
And a sharp tongue to remind you of it.
As long as he backs it up.
Juggling work. There we go. Right. So, that's our next story mission collected, I think. So I think we're on top of picking all this stuff up for now. There's other companion quests we should be doing. Yeah, we need to go do the Cobbled Swan and the Cauldron cases right now. Lucanus needs to get his revenge on Zara Renata. Cool. You know what? I fucking love Lucanus. What time is it? We got like half an hour, 40 minutes. Let's go do a Lucanus quest. Let's go help our buddy, our spooky buddy with the ghost in his head. I'm playing on the default difficulty. I turned it down once or twice when I was 90% of the way through a fight and had run out of healing and I just couldn't be asked to redo the fight, and I was like, fuck it, and I turned the difficulty down, and there's a couple of times where I was like, I just want to fucking win this fight. I was so close, where I would just turn it fully down and turn on the invincibility, but generally speaking, I'm playing on normal. Honestly, there are points... Here's the thing. I'm playing through on normal on stream, and I did so in my first playthrough. If I want to replay this to, see other content and stuff, which I'm going to inevitably do in the coming months, in my own time, I'm going to put it on easy, on an easy difficulty, because I don't want challenge to be the thing slowing me down. I just want to see all the plot shit, so, at some point... The fact our friend has a plural system is no reason to call him spooky. No, But the glowing demon wings, I would argue, and I don't mean spooky as a pejorative either. It's not spooky brackets negative. It's spooky brackets. That's why I like him. I want to be clear. He's got a ghost living in him, and he's spooky, and I think he's rad. Up until right at the end of Emmerich's plotline, like, Lucanus was going to be my second romance. He's third now. He's still top 3 on my list of sexy people I wanna romance. And you know what's the wildest thing? This is the first BioWare game ever where my top 3 characters I've wanted to romance, none of them have been women. There's not been a single woman in my top 3 to romance. It's been non-binary man and man. Not a single woman in my top 3. You know what? I think Spite is neat. One of the biggest complaints I have about this game is that there isn't more content where Spike is a big part. And I suspect the romance path with Lucanus will probably change that, and I will probably get some really cool additional Spite scenes. I wish there was more of Spite in this game. I wish Spite, like... But for lack of a better term, I'm going to use some DID language here, but, like, I wish we saw more moments of Spite fronting. I wish we saw more moments of that being something that happened at inopportune moments that maybe got in the way of compatibility. Could have been really interesting. I wish that the nature of two consciousnesses sharing one physical body was explored more. Deathtail said, I'd have loved to have this be actual DID representation. I don't know if video games are... I don't know if they're there yet, but I would, like... In the way that this game has pushed forward a lot of trans and non-binary stuff, I would fucking love to see a genuine character with DID as a future Mass Effect or Dragon Age companion. I think that would be really interesting. And I think this game has shown that BioWare does have the ability to bring in consultants, get shit done right, and not have executives, like, round all of the interesting edges off. There's some banter that suggest Emmerich can hear Spite when he's close to Lucanus. Yeah, there's some neat stuff around that, but, yeah. So I'm gonna need Lucanus. Oh. Give me a sec. We'll go Lucanus and Tar. I saw a film the other day that I thought was going the route of DID representation in an interesting way. It turned out that's not where it was going, but there was a good portion of it that really felt like it was leaning towards DID. What was it? It's We're All Going to the World's Fair, which is the previous film by the person who created I Saw the TV Glow. It is not as easy a recommend of a film. It is... You can see a lot of the themes that ended up becoming I Saw the TV Glow finding their footing in it. I think it's an interesting film. I don't think it's an easy recommend. But there's a lot of it where I thought they were setting up a kind of interesting DID representation that just wasn't ultimately where that film went.
Bringing in new goods. Should I have them delivered?
Games I think about that, like, aren't directly about DID, but, like, I've seen... And again, I can't vouch for this as someone that doesn't have it, but I have seen some people with DID who've talked favourably about Slay the Princess. Of multiple conflicting personalities sharing one body. It's clearly not like a one-to-one with DID, because it's not like... It's internal meeting of voices as opposed to, like, different personalities coming to the front. It's not a story that's based in, like, this happened as a trauma response kind of thing. But I've seen some people with DID who've had interesting takes on Slay the Princess. Deathtail says, I can't think of any medium with good DID rep. I'll have to write it myself then. Fuck yeah, do that thing. Well, you know what else you do? Write about your opinions of bad DID rep and hope that maybe someone sees that and goes, can you come consult on what we're working on? It's worked out all right for me. Sometimes that's how you do. You just be the squeaky wheel until someone's like, okay, help us do it good.
You keep making stuff Rook likes to eat. How do I do that?
You want to learn how to cook? Or you just want to make something special for Rook?
The second one.
I'll show you how to brew a decent cup of coffee then.
Deathtail says, I should, but that requires me to put myself out there with opinions, which is harder with art as far as I'm concerned than with art as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that's fair. I think they're both challenging in their own ways. Putting art of your experiences out there and critiquing others' arts via opinion. They're both challenging in their own special ways. Alright.
Not even an army stops the Treviso market. I meant to pick up more spices. Another time.
The fifth Talon said someone was coming. That you? The demon of Virantium? I thought you were dead.
I never met this character in my playthrough. Is this because I saved Treviso that you're here? I do not remember your appearance at all.
I get that a lot.
We found a group of Venatori hiding out in the market. Not far from Cafe Pietra.
I knew it. I told Ilario they were still here.
Let's see if they know where we can find Zara Renata.
Oh, this!
I prefer the company of your brother. His stare is less piercing, and his disgust less palpable.
This is a whole different quest. Because, like, I think what happened in mine was I went for a meeting at a cafe to find out where Zara was, and I met with a very specific smarmy little character. I don't think this happened.
It's locked.
So we
Yeah, this was not. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so there is, like, a handful of different quests. Of, like, completely unique quests. Which look, I guess makes sense. I don't know why I didn't anticipate it. Huh. Yeah, in my game, Treviso, I let Treviso get blighted in my first playthrough, but in this playthrough, I've saved Treviso, and...
Get moving, you layabouts. Don't keep Aquila waiting. He'll be a miserable pain in the ass all day.
The gods reveal them!
Honestly, I think saving Treviso or Minrathous in the moment is one of the game's toughest choices. I do think, having seen both of them, saving Minrathous is the correct choice. I was not ready for there are shadow dragons being hung in the streets, like public executions hanging like gallows in the streets for them. I do think that's worse. Having I don't blame anyone who feels the other way, but having seen both of them, I'm like, that's fucking rough. Treviso has no army, and the canals carry the blight faster, and the Venatori are way more dug into Minrathous and would be way harder to get rid of than the Artam, yeah. dropping... Oh, we're dropping down here. Okay.
Watch yourself. Trouble coming.
Ooh.
Look around. We need to know where they came from.
Yes, maybe the super nationalist cult shouldn't have access to the laser castle in the sky. You're not wrong. But I wanted to see how different things would go.
I was hoping for a lead.
This won't get us anywhere.
Nothing useful. This won't help us.
Okay, move everything to the bank, take into Virantium, displace valuables. You know how highly Zara favors me? Okay.
Here. Now this could lead us somewhere. One step closer to the target.
Aquila, huh? And he's Zara's toady.
Yeah, I didn't expect companion
meet
quests
Zara's
specifically to be
trusted little toady
different.
at the bank.
Ah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I'm pretty sure the way that this panned out in my playthrough was I went for like a coffee meeting with Lucanus's cousin. And that was a whole thing. No, I'm not ignoring how bad the Blight is, but I can understand why Nev feels quite so fucking betrayed when you don't save Minrathus. This is the part where you rescue the art dealer. No, we did the art dealer thing already. Like, none of this is feeling familiar. I don't remember going to a bank, I don't remember that NPC.
Finest homes.
Yeah, I feel like this was where I was meeting with Ilario. I'm pretty sure I met with Ilario here. Like, he said some shit, we didn't believe him.
What are Venatori doing so far from Tevinter?
To the Venatori, all of Thedas is former Tevinter, just waiting to return to the Empire.
Okay, let's go. Lemon Wedgeworth says, "Wait, I think I remember the difference. What's the difference? If you reckon you remember, I would love to hear, because I'm struggling to remember. Because I know it wasn't this. I know that. I know it wasn't this. The coffee date with Ilario was during a short Lucanus quest. In this one, Ilario was waiting on a rooftop for you. Oh. Okay. Okay, so it was a meeting with Ilario, but he was just waiting on a rooftop. Okay. I don't know, I flip-flop back and forth on... Like, it really is hard to nail down whether Treviso or Minrathus was the right choice, even after having seen both. I think the one thing I can say is if I'm playing as a Shadow Dragon or an Antivan Crow, I guarantee I will side with whoever's faction I am. I'm not gonna betray the person I share a faction with. But beyond that, I don't fucking know. Like, if I'm trying to romance one of them, I would probably make sure I save their place, but, like, outside of those kind of factors, it's a real hard choice. Yeah, oh god, yeah, that first time you walk into the Shadow Dragon hideout, and just, it's empty and ransacked, and you leave and you turn a corner, and the fucking
Pockets are
the
stuffed
gallows
with
are
jewel
up.
from the chantry.
Like, oh,
Venatori in a chantry.
there's
Let's
nothing
see.
quite so immediately shocking in Treviso beyond like, oh, it's blighted and damaged. It's not. You don't feel the human cost of it being wiped out quite so quickly.
Can catch them there.
Yeah, I am super curious how Treviso's going to turn out in this one. Now, I did not expect this to be as big of a split as it's going to be. And that's cool. That is pretty cool. Ooh, I gotta do my German lessons. I'll say this. I think people have your companions have an immediate feeling of betrayal over the choice you make, and I think that's understandable. I think if you saw your hometown in either of these states, you would kind of resent the person who didn't stop it. And I get that. I think it's a bigger betrayal if you're also in a faction with them and you do it, but like, I think everyone grows to be understanding. I think, like, at their most upset, they eventually come back to a very understandable point, which is, I don't blame you, but I do resent you. I believe that you are the right person to lead us, and that I can trust you as a person, but I don't know that I can fundamentally trust you to show up for my community when I need you to. Like, logically, I'm pretty sure you'll do it. Emotionally, I don't feel that trust anymore. And I think that's a really reasonable place to be. They're like, look, I get that you were in an impossible situation. I'm still allowed to not have that same level of trust for you because of that. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta do my German before I get in trouble with the owl. Okay, ooh, I'm reviewing Unit 4. Let's practice stuff I learned in the last unit. U is the U with 2 dots above it. U. Okay, I'm sorry would be... sorry, es tut mir leid. Okay.
Es tut
mir
leid.
Es tut mir leid. E-H-R-E?
Ehre.
No.
Ehe.
E-H-E. Air. Guten Morgen. Kaffee bitte. Good morning. Coffee, please. Son is Sohn.
Sohn.
Father is Vater.
Vater.
Vater. Nice is nett.
Nett.
Good is gut. I is ich. Ich. I'm alright is, es geht?
Es geht.
Es geht?
Guten Tag, Peter.
Guten
Tag, Peter.
Good afternoon, Peter.
Danke, Anna. Bis bald. Bald.
Thank you, Anna. See you soon. Thank you, goodbye. Bitte auf Wiedersehen. Yeah.
Guten Abend.
Good evening.
Hallo, wie geht's?
Hello. Wie Gates. Spell that at all right? V Gates. How are you? Spelt it a little off, but it gave me it. Super. Mine. Super. Tschüss. No.
Fine. Tschüss. Tschüss, bis später. Tschüss.
Bye. Bis später. See you later. Bye. See you later. Tschüss. Bis bald.
Natürlich, kein Problem.
Danke. Okay. Of course. Natürlich.
Natürlich.
Okay, thank you. Okay, danke. Super.
Wein.
Yeah, great wine. Cheers. I don't think there was meant to be a comma in there. That's why that threw me. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Nope. There we go. I did my German. I learned my German today. Is this just only starting the quest now? I thought we were already on the quest. Enter the Chantry. I guess we're doing this. Oh, am I gonna go fight... Am I heading to fight the Blood Lady, like, right now?
Are you sure you're ready for this? Facing Zara, I mean.
I lost a year of my life to that Venatori witch. I owe her for that.
Yeah, this is the woman that locked him in the underwater prison.
There you are. What took you so long?
Yeah!
Ilario? What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you, cousin. No arguments.
Yeah,
This is my job.
This is Crow business.
Yeah, I don't remember the whole runaround to get here.
Look, always a pleasure.
If you don't save Treviso, it starts here. Like, you don't have any of that preamble. Interesting.
Touring the city with my cousin? You must allow me to show you the sights.
Treviso is the best city. Seeing the sights, murdering them, sneaking away on rooftops. It's got everything.
That's the spirit. Listen to Rook, cousin.
Rook, don't encourage him. This isn't your type of job, cousin. There's no one you can charm into dropping their guard. Only fanatics. All you can do is get yourself killed.
You think I'm not good enough?
Are you?
Fine. Have it your way, cousin. You know best.
I mean, Wedgeworth, now that you say it, I could see Maxie in Soul
Let's go,
Calibur 2 a little bit.
Zara is waiting.
Go on then. Don't keep Zara waiting.
Right, let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, I usually aim to wrap for about midnight, but I think we can finish
You're
at
right,
least this
Lucanus.
mission tonight.
They are hiding in the Chantry.
You dare interrupt.
I don't remember fighting the Chantry here in the church either. Everything just feels a little different. Maybe it's just because it was blighted and it looks different, but it feels unfamiliar. It's interesting how much it feels like things are different by having made that one change. Yeah, maybe this part was the same. Maybe I'm just overthinking it now because that intro to this mission definitely was different. One more level till I can start going further in my Spellblade specialization.
No, that was Portia. Zara's favorite dreamer and soothsayer. She used to come to the ossuary to read bones. If she's here, so is Zara.
Aha, secret doorway.
Where's this go?
Another dark hole.
Secret doorway in the chantry. Secret
Zara
doorway.
will not escape me.
We'll finish the job.
Kill them where they stand!
Now's your chance. We cannot stop now.
Deathtail says, I thoroughly enjoyed the Necromancer specialization, especially in Endgame when I paid my spell in Bloods and leached the life back from my enemies, which meant I could finally spam AoEs indefinitely. Yeah, I want to play around more with builds on my next playthrough. I want to romance Emmerich next playthrough, and I think that means I am going to be a one of the Morn Watch. And I think I want to be a mage again. I think I want to be a Necromancer, so that we can both be stood there bringing up our little skeleton buddies. I think that would just be really cute. But yeah, I've heard fun things about that specialization. I wanted to play the build I did in my first playthrough on this stream playthrough, because I wanted my playthrough on stream to be one where I was fairly confident with like how my build worked, so that I could, you know, look halfway decent at playing the game when people were watching, you know. I wanted to leave my fumbling about learning how to play a build for the off-stream one. That's it. Maybe I played the muscle to his skeletons. I don't know. I have a lot more playthroughs of this over the years planned that I'm yet to get to. I need to finish Metaphor Refantasio. I'm still plugging away at that. I did finally get back to that at the weekend. I played like 3-4 more hours of it.
Stay in cover. Faustus. He'd follow Zara around the prison like a sycophantic shadow. We're close. He won't be far from her side.
Witness and destroy!
We are wrecking our way through this church. We have got this.
Enough! You die! And here are you.
The bodyguard. Like this one.
Lemon Witchworth, in theory, I like being able to switch between elements by switching between my orb and staff. In theory, I don't really do it in this build until I get the thing that makes fire also part of my build. Once I get the thing where stacks of burn cause lightning stacks, and lightning stacks cause burn stacks, at that point I start sort of using them interchangeably for fun effect.
We're close. I can feel someone using blood magic. A lot of
Blood magic, you say? Bleeding Corvus. No.
You can sense that?
It makes the back of my eyes hurt.
Look at all the corpses. They just left him here. It's messed up.
It's terribly uncivilized to drop in on a lady unannounced. Now the evening's ruined.
Am I thinking of a different bit that had different stuff going on with blood magic? I feel like I was expecting some way creepier shit on the way in here. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere later in the game.
Of all the ways this could go down, I didn't expect we'd catch you in the bath.
This interruption won't last long.
Uh-huh.
You're mine, Zara. My knife through your heart.
Poor manners interrupting my bath.
Okay, I want no. Okay, you're in one place.
On the job.
I'm gonna have to fight some of the minions soon, probably. I really want to focus on her if I can. Okay, let's get some healing in. Okay, she's got the barrier back up. We need to take that barrier down ASAP. Before she can get it fully back up. Get the armor back down. Adonis, get me a heal. Bestest heal that I ever did see. Okay, let me get out the liquid, let me get some heals. Where is she? Get that fucking shield off you, get the barrier off you, don't you dare. Stay in my circle, misses.
Just say when.
Not until you're dead.
Enemies afraid.
On it.
So close, so close. Maybe. Yeah. There we go, there we go. Cool. GG.
So serious, Lucanus. Why don't we talk? I can tell you much about Venatori. That crows.
Yeah, I was really hoping Lucanus would get the finishing blow there.
I want her heart quivering on our life.
You want to know who betrayed you, don't you? Who sent you to the ossuary?
Doc.
I knew you were risk.
Ilario? I told you this is crow business.
Amato.
Lucanus is a crow, though. Alright, I'm opening my little bag of peanuts to have while we finish up the stream.
Ilario out!
What? No!
Rook, I can't! Not enough!
Terra says, "Oh, what a silly mistake, Ilario. She was about to tell us who the crow traitor was. Surely didn't mean to mess that up. And this sure ain't fucking suspicious. Yeah, it sure seems like Ilario just used some fucking blood magic on Lucanus."
What did you do to him?
Nothing. I don't know what happened any better than you.
You reached in your fucking pocket and then told him to desist.
Keep him away. From Treviso. From the cross. He is a danger to the family.
You're awake.
Yes. I've been trying to figure out what to say to you. And there aren't words enough to apologize.
You don't need to apologize.
I never wanted you to see me like that.
Lucanus, you don't have to do this alone. We have people who can help. Emmerich,
looks at me like a thesis topic.
Yeah, that's fair.
We need to talk about Ilario.
He wants you to stay away from the crows. He thinks you're a danger to your family.
He's not wrong. If I cannot stay in control... He used blood magic to control Spite.
Yeah, he did.
How? He's not a mage.
I don't know, but... something's not right.
The night you were captured, did Ilario know you were boarding that ship?
Yes.
And if it turns out he betrayed you?
Then make her help him.
Well. That was pretty interesting. Now, does anyone else have any more stuff they want to tell us about today? Because if not, this is probably where I wrap up for today. But if there's an option to, like, pick up a little bit more Tash story, maybe? Nope? Okay. One sec.
What do you make of the astrolabe, Nev?
That magical artifact up there that keeps us from being swallowed by the Fade. Adds some class to the place.
Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap this up for today. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you've had a good time. I'll be back with another stream of Dragon Age the Veilguard on Wednesday. We will be doing a bunch more companion-y plot stuff. When we finish streaming through this, cool news, my capture card 3DS, my video capture 3DS is finally arriving after 8 months. Tomorrow, I think? Which means I'll be able to do some shiny hunting streams again in the near future, probably after we finish Veilguard, for the 3DS, for the Game Boy Advance through 3DS era of Pokemon games, which would be cool. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. We'll be back again soon.